Okay, bro. The man deleted the VOD.
Also, this is 2 hours long, so I don't think we're gonna watch the whole thing. Hassan, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we have a Dubai distribution center. But if someone from Dubai wants to distribute Pure Chat, please email him. Email my Pure Chat co-owner, or just go to the Twitter and ask for a DM. It's the same name as Tart and that blondie guy. I forgot his name. Hopefully, no. And Nature is way too classy. That's nothing like that, dude. The Tarek drama was completely different.
VOD, there was no VOD. I really just wanted to run through the VOD and just like read all and just
Okay, yeah,
like
this
read
is
off
better.
everything because there was some shit in there that he straight up just lied about. Like it was just straight up lies, right? Like I made a little notepad. Let me start off with the housing situation first, okay? Nadeshot claims that we chose our house. We could have picked a different house in a different area. Dude, why do I still have ads on? Or why do I still have alerts on? Give me a sec. I'm just gonna turn them off on Streamlabs.
Forget about it, W Frost.
Okay, I can't turn them off, but I'll just, give me 1 second. Oh yeah, that should be good. That should be good. Leak the contract. I'm not gonna leak the contract, but I am gonna pretty much talk about everything that's in it.
Much love, King.
Alright, can we put it on like fall on sub mode or something? Fury, can you put that shit on sub mode? Because I just want to talk. I don't want to be distracted by the chat. I just want to talk about this. All right, the housing situation, bro. We could not just move into any house we want. We literally we had to be within 10 to 15 minutes of Nadeshot's house. Now keep in mind, Nadeshot's house is in the center of Los Angeles, right? One of the most expensive cities in the world, in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the most expensive city in the world. The man's house is valued at over $10 million, bro. How are we supposed to find a house that's within 10 to 15 minutes of that that's less than 10 grand? Okay, you guys saw the house we were living in. You all saw the house we were living in. It wasn't a fucking mansion, bro. It was a 3-bedroom house, right? Like Avalanche, his room, you could barely fit a fucking bed in it. Like we're out here balling out and shit and buying the most expensive house we could just because we wanted to. No, we had to spend that much in rent. Everything else is just like we literally could not find a house. That was our biggest problem with moving to LA. Yeah. Oh my god. Maybe I don't know how to do that, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I do not care. What do you call it? So I don't know why he's sitting there saying, oh, we could have gotten a house for 3-4 grand. We looked for houses for 2 whole months before we found the one that we finally did. And it wasn't even us that found it. It was Jackson. Jackson was that found it. It was the most reasonable house, like that fit all of us. Had enough space and everything. And it was 10K a month. Literally our entire salary. But yeah. I don't know. That's beside the point. So I don't know why he said that. That shit kind of pissed me off. Oh! But the biggest thing, bro, the biggest thing is the lack of work ethic, right? Like, oh yeah, like sure, we weren't paying you anything, but if you grinded it out, like if you did all this shit, like you would have made enough. You would have made enough money to, you know, do whatever you want with. Brother, I need you to remember that we were a group, okay? So yeah, I stream 40 hours a month on my channel. We also got to remember the streams that I did with Ava on his channel, or with Mako on his channel, or with Classify on his channel. Okay, so yeah, like you can pull up the statistics all you want, but that's not the full picture. And you know that. You know that damn well. Like me and Ava, we play those scary games. It would be like 8-10 hour streams. Those don't count towards my time. So sure. And I've already taken responsibility for that. Like yeah, I definitely could have grinded a whole lot harder. But the conditions that we were in, bro, it's not a place that makes you want to grind.
Bro, I checked all their channels, legit like 20 hours or less per month streamed. Yeah, also, I mentioned this. I don't know if people remember that I mentioned something about this. Back when that Mako guy first left, it was news on Nadeshot's stream, or not Nadeshot's, Trainwreck's podcast. And in that podcast, we all kind of like said our thing, that people were like, you know, shout out to him for if he doesn't like the you know, the lifestyle, we understand. But I was the one that said, I said, maybe he left because that's it, they're not getting any viewership. Like that mob thing is just not working. And maybe he realized like, dude, it's not working. And he wants to go do real life stuff and maybe actually make money. Now I understand they really weren't making money. I was hoping they were at least making money in terms of that's why they were there, but their views were definitely not there. They never had a big following, which like it gives me the question: why did Nadeshot pick them up to begin with? Because Nadeshot claims that these guys were around back when he first started streaming, and they were mods in his chat. So they've been around for so long, and they haven't kind of blown up. What made him think that they were gonna blow up now? You know what I mean? Well, let's see what happens.
Oh.
That's where.
Because like I don't have like a whole spreadsheet of things to talk about. I don't have his VOD because he didn't leave the VOD on. So I'm just kind of going based off like what you guys want to hear.
I think there's a part where he talks about the VOD. Hold on.
I know how much we got paid and it seemed fair. So yeah. The other deal, the Elgato deal, again.
These tweets aren't even half of the rumor. When complete about phase taking 80% of his sponsorship money. Try 95. Yeah. So the sponsorship money thing that I heard so far from the sides was that this guy Froste claimed that 100 Thieves took 95% of their sponsorship money, right? Then Nadeshot clarified it and said that's not true. It's actually 85%. So I just want to be on record saying I think 85% is way too much for the org to take from a sponsorship towards that's specifically geared towards a certain group or whatever. If it's me, I'm negotiating the majority percentage of anything if I'm with an org. And at worst case, it should be 50-50. Right? That's so 85. Nate said that they gave him 65 of the deals, even though it was so if Nadeshot actually gave them the majority, that's great. Even though the contract states 85, I'd like to see it changed on the contract because no one should. Yeah, that's more reasonable. 65 towards them or keeps 35. That's fine. That's how it is. That's fair. 70-30. That's fair. But so I guess maybe the contract needs to be updated, but Nadeshot still honored, didn't go through the contract. He actually gave them more. If that's true, that's good on 100 Thieves' part. Okay? And remember, this is kind of like a bitter ex-employee type thing too, when we're looking into it. So obviously he's going to exaggerate some things.
And that was us. We had that deal before 100 Thieves.
The goats return.
We were sponsored by Elgato before we joined the 100 Thieves. Like, I don't know what to say, dude. Mia Malkova painted it on her ass and, like, posted a tweet, and that shit went super viral. Like, everyone knows what Code Mob is, right? G Fuel was our biggest sponsor. That was our biggest source of income at the time. Okay, that was our biggest source of income at the time was G Fuel. When we joined the 100 Thieves, they were sponsored by Red Bull, so we understood that we were no longer going to be, you know, sponsored by G Fuel, and we were fine with that, right? But then, I believe, like, 6 months to a year later, the Red Bull deal ends, and in our contract, we're allowed to get personal sponsors as long as they're not competing with another 100 Thieves sponsor. So when that Red Bull deal ended, we went up to G Fuel, and we were in talks of another sponsorship, right? I think it was going to be around 15K a month for a year, plus like commission from like sales and stuff from our code, plus we were like getting cups and our own flavor and shit. Like the deal easily itself would have been worth over $500,000. But 100 Thieves goes and tells us, you guys can't take that deal because we have a sponsorship. Like we're in the midst of working with another like
$500,000. The deal would have been worth $500,000 itself. 15K a month. All right. We'll do the math on this just so everyone sees. I have my handy dandy calculator. 15,000 a month. Times 12 months. Okay, so 180,000 in pure just salary. But then I guess he's assuming the money that they would make from their code sales and all that would be another 320. I mean, that could be a thing. I don't know. I don't know how the G Fuel affiliates work, but I don't think. I mean, I'm sure there's big time influencers that are making 300K off their just affiliates on G Fuel. I don't think it's necessarily this one, you know?
Like energy drink sponsor. I
For
forgot
how
who it
small
was.
these are.
Some big brand. I don't know. So like we were very disappointed, right? Of course, because that was a lot of money that we desperately needed at the time. But we understood, right? Like we signed the contracts, like we understood that was part of the deal that we made. But then 6 months goes by and there's still nothing about that deal. Like they still haven't done anything with that deal. And then a year goes by and they still don't have another sponsor. So that entire year that went by, we could have easily done that sponsorship. It was a 1 year long deal, and we could have we just couldn't take it for no reason at all. So yeah, that pissed me off because like G Fuel, I know they've been in a lot of controversy lately, but like G Fuel always treated me personally like family, and they were always very good to us. They always took care of us and made sure we had everything we needed. So yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna get some water. My throat's really dry.
That's already dry throat. Bad sign, dude. Already throat's already dry. What's he doing? What is that? The fuck does he build it in the background? Wait, hold on.
Everything we needed.
He left to go get water. What's happening up here? Let's figure this thing out. He closes the door real quick, and then he covers the door with a blanket? Hold on. Am I? Is he tucking his door
I'm really
in?
sorry, I don't know why the alerts.
Really?
I don't know why the alerts aren't working.
And we're at
Or
1.5
are
times.
working, actually.
I'm sorry. I know this is annoying. I don't want to annoy people anymore, but I just want to see this one more time in normal speed because we're seeing it 1.5 times. Like it's weird. Like it looks like it's long, but I want to see in normal time what this motherfucker really did. And actually, I want to run a little bit more, so he's not covered. So he walks out to get water. He removes the blanket, and then opens the door. So like. And then, that's not soundproof in the fucking room. Then he walks back in, closes the door, locks it, and then hides the door with a blanket. There's some shit. This is a setup. This is a setup. Interesting. I'm interested in this. All right, let's get back to that story here.
Guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know why the alerts. I don't know why the alerts aren't working. or are working actually. Run hands, yeah, fuck it, bro. Where was I? I don't know, dude. Just like this whole situation and everything.
Since Nate didn't. 100.
Thanks, man. Like just the whole situation is fucked. You know, it's like if I'm Nadeshot, I don't know, because and like this wasn't like some secret that we like that nobody knew about that we broke. No, like we were mentioning that shit all the time to Nadeshot, to people at the company, to everyone, right? Like on Twitter, on streams, everything. Like we played it off as a joke, but like everyone knew it wasn't a joke. And like if I'm Nadeshot, I would personally be completely fucking embarrassed to have one of the biggest organizations that's valued at almost $500 million, and then 4 of my content creators are broke as fuck. But that's just me though.
Very bitter,
just
dude.
me.
Very bitter.
Smile.
It's.
I really don't know where to go for this, bro.
Hold on, let's see what he starts talking. What he started.
Bro, like it's easy to avoid drama when like people are calling.
I lay my head on my pillow at night. I want to make sure that I made the right decisions and did the best that I could. And I don't like getting involved in shit like this. I didn't even want to do this. But everybody on the internet has knee-jerk reactions and, you know, wants to listen to one side of a story. So we're going to talk about Frosty and the tweets that he sent out last night. I woke up this morning at 6 a.m. and was just getting a bunch of mentions. And then I go over to Frosty's profile, who I follow. I thought we were on good terms. I thought I was on good terms with everybody on the mob. You know, I see Classy from time to time at parties. You know, we were just hanging out not a month ago.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna be real. It's like we were never on like any really bad terms or anything, but like the literal last thing that happened after I left 100 Thieves, I sent this man like a wholesome text saying like thanks for everything, the opportunity, blah blah blah, like whatever. The man just aired it out, right? And that's fine because Nadeshot's known for not responding to texts. But then this motherfucker, a couple months later, he's doing his Courage and Nadeshot show, and he starts reading out his text to one of the guests that was on there, and just like
What
talking
was
shit
that?
to me.
What does anyone have a clip of that? And I'll attest to this. Nadeshot is one of the flakiest people when it comes to responding on everything. Like he literally messaged me 5 times in a row, urgent. I message him a minute later. I don't hear from him for 3 weeks. Then he comes back another 5, 6, and then as soon as I respond, I don't hear from him for another 3 weeks to 3 months. He's done this shit from back, like literally when he first started 100 Thieves. One of the very first people that I talked to him about it, because at the time I was a pretty big content creator / CSGO streamer, and I was big, right? I was big enough to be like on a thing. He actually talked to me about coming onto 100 Thieves and building him a CS division. And because he was starting looking into pros. That's right when Dan Gilbert, I'll never forget this, because he said, I just got a partner into this that invested in heavy in me, and I really want to do this thing. And he told me that the Cleveland Cavaliers owner, Dan Gilbert, his Rocket Mortgage company, whatever, bought a stake into 100 Thieves. Literally. And this was, and I was like, sure, dude, like I'd be interested, well, you know, let me know. No response for 3 months. 3 months later, hey man, so like, yeah, I think we're revving it up and we want, you know that I'm the guy who reached out to Renegades to get the 100 Thieves to buy them. I'm the guy that did that. I'm the guy who helped what's their name? The gamer, was it Games Academy? Who was it? The Brazilian team too become that team. Like I helped that shit happen. I set up the whole talks. I did a lot of shit behind the scenes. The Australian team was the Renegades. I think so the Australian team, who was first? Was it the Brazilians or the Australians? I think it was the Australian team first, right? And then the Brazilian. Immortals. Yeah, it was Immortals. KG Henny joined 100. Okay, so it was the Brazilian team first, and then we all know what happened with that, with the FNS thing. If you something, I'm going to kill you. What do you say? What did fucking KNG threatened FNS with? The famous line that got them fired from 100 Thieves. They literally lost their 100. Prove it or I'll kill you. Yeah, literally. Yeah. Prove it or I'll kill you. So that happened. The team's gone. I helped facilitate the Renegades being bought out by 100 Thieves. Anyway, that doesn't. I'm just saying, like when he says that Nadeshot doesn't respond.
So like
but if someone can find out the clip of Nadeshot talking shit about what Frosty said to his guest on that Courage and Nadeshot show, please someone link it if you find it, because I'd be interested to see how that looks.
Good terms, I would hate to see you like what he thinks bad terms are.
And I didn't realize that there was still pent up emotion from Frosty's end. So we're gonna start from the top. For anyone that doesn't know, the mob is comprised of 4 individuals. It's Classify, It is Avalanche, Mako, and Frosty. And their time on the internet, or at least I think when they started gaining a following, was back when I was coming up, back in like 2012, 2013, when Twitch was starting to really gain some traction. My career was really starting to take off. You know, a couple hundred viewers turned into 1,000, 1,000 turned into a couple more thousand, and shit was going really well for me. And there were a bunch of kids that would be in my chat every day, cracking jokes, a really great sense of humor. And that was the four individuals that ended up being the mob. You know, Ava, Frosty, there's a kid named A-Stug, Classy, Mako was in there. Those guys are my day ones. You know, they were there with no incentive, no other reason except for the fact that they enjoyed watching my stream. And so, you know, when you see a kid with a good sense of humor, you want to follow them. So I modded those guys on my channel. I started following them on Twitter. And over the years, we had a great relationship, a great rapport. And that never changed. And I didn't think that had changed. And so as the years go on, after, you know, we start building a relationship, my career obviously shifts a lot, right? You know, I'm a part of Optic, I'm competing, I retire, I moved to LA, and just a whole lot of changes. So then we get to, you know, 4.5 years ago, and I started up 100 Thieves. Now, listen, I know you guys are going to want to hear about Nick Merckx. I don't think I'll ever address that. Everybody has formed an opinion, and I respect Nick and his perspective.
We all know the Nick Merckx thing, and I don't think it needs to be addressed because everyone knows what happened. Now, whether you side with Nick Merckx on the deal or Nadeshot, here's what I think happened, right? Okay. I believe that Nadeshot did something with Nick Merckx similar to what he was trying to do with a lot of different people early on. He said, hey, come help me, you know, set this up. Remember, Nick Merckx was not big at the time. Just so everyone knows, when Nadeshot and Nick Merckx were working on this thing together, Nick Merckx wasn't even really a content creator, really. He wasn't really serious about his stream as much. He was always in Nadeshot's YouTube videos. There's old YouTube videos from like 4 years ago where these guys were living together in LA and they were literally starting 100 Thieves from the bottom. So Nick Merckx was definitely involved from the start, right? Now, Nick Merckx wasn't a bit like, if Nadeshot had the foresight to see how big Nick Merckx would actually be, I would think that Nadeshot would, no questions asked, give Nick Merckx a piece of the pie. Now, what I think happened, I think Nadeshot promised Nick Merckx some equity in the deal, right? I think it's pretty obvious. Like, there's no way Nick Merckx would have stuck around back then anyway if there wasn't some sort of deal that he thought they were under. Now, when you do like a handshake deal or something, like there's no between friends, and it's still kind of a small thing. 100 Thieves was worth nothing, right? You don't do a contract, like you don't really have the means to even do a contract, right? So basically what I think happened is I think Nadeshot got a big investment into the company that wanted like a majority of the equity, and when Nadeshot saw the value of 100 Thieves after its first big investment, he probably thought, dude, well, you know, this is like a $50 million like company now, and I have Nick, but I told Nick he could have 10% or whatever it was, but now that's not really realistic because now 10% is going to be like $5 million. Like, I don't think I need to, and basically I think Nadeshot kind of just second guessed it after it got big, which is, in my opinion, the wrong way to go about it. I think Nick Merckx was wronged in this deal specifically. I don't have any backside of what happened or foresight, whether there was a deal promised or not. If I'm under the belief that there was a deal promised to Nick and that there was just no paperwork to back it up, that's what I think happened. And usually when deals like that happen, if your two are friends and close, the guy's like, even though there's no deal and I'm not obligated to give you a piece of it, I'm still going to give you a piece of it. Something similar happened to me with the Final Mouse. If people remember, Final Mouse is one of the biggest brands right now, right? I was promised 5% of Final Mouse equity, like in the company ownership. About, I don't know, 6-7 years ago from the owner. But we never put it in paper. I just started doing a lot of shit for him for free. I started pushing Final Mouse early on. And when it started to gain some traction, and he kept giving me excuses. Oh, I have a partner. My partner, I gotta buy him out. We gotta figure something out because my partner doesn't want to do it like that. So me and my partner, like, I gotta buy him out or something. So there was always this random partner, right? Come to find out years later that there was never a partner. The whole thing was kind of made up. And at the time, when I found out all this, I was really angry at this Final Mouse guy because I did other stuff with him where we invested into stuff together. And I was really angry that he kind of lied to me and basically just, you know, realized the value of his company and said, I don't believe I owe Moe anything anymore. And that's why I was so mad. And not because, like, even if Final Mouse was worth nothing, like I just expected an ownership of something that I actually gave effort towards. And I was at my like I was as a streamer growing every day, and I had a really good following, you know, and I still do. I mean, I'm super thankful for my following, but it's no secret that like my numbers have fell off over the years. But this is we're talking about prime streamer Moe. Like I had viewership, I had exposure, and I brought Final Mouse into the limelight per se, right? No other streamers were. I got the Summit deal. I got Summit to be sponsored by. I brokered that whole deal for free, just so Final Mouse as a whole. Because in my head, I'm like, well, I'm partners. Like I want the company to grow as big as Final Mouse today is probably worth $100 million in terms of just name recognition and even money they make. It's over $100 million. So 5% of that would have been like $5 million, right? That's not like, it's great. That's amazing money, but that's not like, to me, that if I'm someone who built a company with somebody else, and I'm not taking credit for Final Mouse to being where it's in today, because the deals that I'm the one who got the Summit deal. I'm the one who got the Scream deal. I went and picked up Scream and his manager, and I drove them to Final Mouse to do the big commercial. Remember the Scream commercial? Let's look that up real quick. Final Mouse Scream commercial. That was, they talked about my headshots or whatever. Final Mouse Scream commercial. Look at this. I drove Scream. I'm literally 3 inches to the right of Scream right now, holding a fucking thing for the lighting so the sun doesn't. Bro, I did all this shit, okay, for Final Mouse early on. I did all this, right? Like, I'm literally here. I drove him from the airport to their hotel. I was their chauffeur the whole time they were down here, right?
They know me.
So I'm not, but I'm saying like, after like the ninja thing, when it really blew up, like we were close, but then the ninja thing, when that happened, it's like, that's when before that we went our separate ways. But when I found out like how he's blowing up with Ninja, I connected Final Mouse to Ninja's manager, who's a friend of mine, Freytad. Freytad was a fucking manager for one of my very first CS source teams. This guy literally was this guy went to lands where we would win $1,000 as a team. We were making nothing, and this guy was out of pocket, coming to the hotel, staying in our hotel room with us. I knew that's the guy that owned Loaded, that manages Shroud, Ninja, Lyric, Flom, a bunch of whoever he sold Loaded, I think. But anyway, I connected him to that. I got him all these things, and at the end of the day, dude. But here's the thing. I'm not even. It's what happens. I'm just saying, no matter how the Nick Merch thing go or Frost or whatever, you could do so much work with someone, right? But if you don't have paperwork from the beginning, then you no matter how much you trust this person, get shit done in the beginning. Because now, no matter, even if he didn't want to give me shit, he's forced to, and that's how it is. And with Pure Track, I became a co-owner of Pure Track 2 years ago, and I made it clear to the guy that, hey, if we're gonna do this, I need to have, and Pure Track was worth nothing back then, and it's still not really worth. I mean, we make decent money. Everything that Pure Track makes till this day, I haven't taken one paycheck, nothing from Pure Track. Neither has my partner. Every dollar that Pure Track has made has been gone back into making better mouse pads, buying more mouse pads, and getting this mouse finally done so we can fucking start selling. And then all the proceeds from this Final Mouse Valor that's fucking in my hand, or Final Mouse Valor, Pure Track Valor, all this money that comes from this will go into developing our very first ODM Final Mouse. I keep saying Final ODM mouse that's going to be from the ground up. Everything, the mold, everything's going to be brand new. We're going to decide on the actual shape. Because on this one, it's OEM. We didn't get to decide much on this. We just had to fucking brand it and take it. Anyway, let's watch this commercial.
People, they know me as the headshot machine. They know me from the highlights they see. They know me from the matches they watch. They talk about my one taps. And I think for me, aiming is so easy. I just go into a match and that's it. But my aim, it comes from more than just the game. For me, aim, it is about precision. This part, people don't see. This part, it does not show up in highlights. When I sit down to play, everything already is a part of me.
Anyway, yeah. So what's crazy is this commercial played at the major over and over and over and over. So everyone back then. So like that's it. Like Final Mouse started fucking killing it, dude. You know what I mean? It just killed it. But anyway, let's go back to the beginning of this. I went on a tangent.
But it's neither here nor there, and quite frankly, it's just not something that I want to talk about. But we have to talk about the mob because I was really close with these guys. All right, you know, here's the thing. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done this live because I really want to do this in the right order. So 100 Thieves starts, right? We're up against teams that have been around for a decade. We're up against teams that have been around for a decade. I mean, I was on Optic for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, whatever. I forget the exact dates. You know, you got FaZe Clan, and then you got the old guard League of Legends teams, TSM, Team Liquid, CLG. There's a lot of history there. So with 100 Thieves...
Can I just say this? Oh yeah, I just wanted to be clear that a lot of the things that I felt I was wronged by in 100 Thieves weren't directly caused by Nadeshot, right? Like, they weren't, like, Matt's doing. It's just the problem is that I'm not sure how fully involved he is in the company, and I'm not sure he was aware of, like, everything that was going on. So with all my tweets, like, they're not exactly directed at him.
But he's directing his tweets
still
at him.
CEO, so responsibility still lays on him.
Specifically, we want to get our foot in the door as quickly as we could. And obviously, I had a pretty good following myself.
Hold on, let me turn.
The entire thesis behind it was, you know,
yeah, exactly.
That supported me throughout the years want to stick around and see what's going on with, you know, this new endeavor, this new venture. And, you know, we felt like the best way to support that and get the, you know, the brand and the recognition to as many people as we could is not only are we going to compete in esports, but we're going to create a bunch of content to support the team and to hopefully drive a lot of excitement on, you know, every corner of the internet.
Bro, like,
really approach gaming as
wait, what is it? What is my?
When you come to see 100 Thieves, or you go to our YouTube channel, or you're on Instagram, or you're on Twitch.
Why is my taskbar showing? Hold on.
You know, you don't like the YouTube.
Hold on. Am I tripping here? Why is my taskbar still showing? How do I turn it off? Automatically hide the taskbar. Desi, actually, you're gonna have to message. I'll get you, bro. But I need you to message me later. But which pad do you want? Because we have new pads now, so.
As quickly as we could. And so we brought on a lot of creators throughout the last few years of 100 Thieves. And with the mob specifically, these were 4 guys that really found their own niche where they came up on the internet very differently from a lot of people. These guys were just shit posting on Twitter, making memes, cracking jokes, and they were a part of the conversation in a lot of different Twitch chats. And
this isn't going away.
These guys were with me from day one, and I had
Windows 11 is
really
trashed, huh?
I was a huge fan of theirs. And so as the years went on and 100 Thieves started to form and we were bringing on more creators, you know, I was really driving the conversation internally with the rest of our staff here at 100 Thieves that we should bring on the mob. Like, let's get them out to LA. Let's start making videos with these guys. Let's give them an opportunity that they wouldn't have originally, because I felt like with their sense of humor and their ability to understand the internet and understand like the Call of Duty community, I felt like that could expand, you know, as we had hoped for 100 Thieves, and very quickly. I thought people would really get behind them. I did, and so you know we started talking about.
See, bro, this is like my biggest issue here. Like while I was on the org, right? Like he's saying all this stuff, and I know he truly believes it. But then when we joined the org, we just like we weren't allowed to show that side of us, like in 100 Thieves videos and shit. Like we were not allowed to like the things that make us great. Like we weren't allowed to be that in those videos. So like, why would anyone that's 100 Thieves saying that's watching the videos want to watch us? Like if we're not even being ourselves, if we're not being as funny as we can be.
Well,
like,
what were they being though? What was it? What's their thing? Why weren't they allowed to be themselves? I can't turn it up more. The problem here's the problem, right? This guy's listening to Nadeshot's volume at a very low amount, like this is how he's listening to it. So I can't go up any more. Actually, let me see if I do this.
It felt like a perfect storm. Okay, we've got a platform here. We've got a bunch of creators with very different demographics. We've got a great opportunity for them to be exposed to a much bigger audience, and that, you know, we wanted to help build them up. And so as we start negotiating, you have to come to the reality that when you do something in business, it has to be fair for both parties. It has to be you know, a fair agreement. And I don't want things to be, you know, my words to be taken out of context. But the mob, you know, if you look back, and even now, if you look at their channels, they were only averaging, you know, 100, 200, a couple hundred viewers. Maybe there's some exceptions in the rule there. Maybe there's a couple thousand, you know, for big moments. I don't know. But the fact of the matter, without trying to sound as if I'm holding this against them, they weren't very big. They might have had like a very rabid, you know, Twitter fan base that really loved everything that they did. But in all actuality, when it's time to make money, in the places that you can make money, on Twitch and YouTube and sponsorships, there wasn't a lot of opportunity for them.
Like, this is the issue, bro. This is the issue. It's the fact that he knows that. Like, we were not very big on the places where you do make money, like Twitch and YouTube and Instagram. We were not big on those websites.
Okay.
So then why would you think it's a good idea to move us out to LA, pay us basically nothing, and think that somehow we'd manage to survive?
Because I'll answer this, Nadeshot. You don't have to answer this. Because he saw potential and he said, hey, maybe if we move these guys out to LA and provide them with some collab, let their name out there to other people, maybe they'll grow. Like, that's, I think, what they were thinking. They didn't think like, okay, like this argument's so weird to me because it's like, what are you saying? You're mad at him for giving you an opportunity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's mad that Nadeshot pretty much said, hey, you guys want to join 100 Thieves? Why are you so mad at the opportunity? If you didn't like it, like, you know what I mean?
Like, you just admitted that you knew we weren't making money. So, like, why even offer that to us in the first place? Right? Like, why not let us keep doing our thing? Let us grow to a point where we can be comfortable.
Because you had a choice to keep doing your thing. You weren't forced to decide. This is fucking, yeah, this is stupid. Well, right now, this part is stupid. Like, this guy is clearly has no idea what he's fucking arguing here because he's mad that so he wanted Nadeshot to make an offer to them, pay them, but let them still stay home and do whatever they were doing. That's fine if that's the offer you want. Negotiate that. Say, hey, question. We have a good thing going on and we're growing. Can we do this deal and stay home? Because I feel like and if they say don't, be like, you know what? It's not the right fit. Wait for another org. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If G Fuel was paying you money and let's assume you got a deal with G Fuel, you said they were your best sponsor to sponsor you, and you mentioned $15K a month would be what you would have made on while you were on 100 Thieves. I'm assuming you already had connects with them before, and they, based on your viewership, maybe they were willing to give you $10K a month. I don't know. That's pretty much what you guys were already making from Nade. Why switch over to Nade? Now I know why. Here's why they switched. Because they thought 100 Thieves is one of the biggest orgs, one of the most hyped orgs in the world right now. If we join them, we're gonna blow up. That's what they thought. They thought you tagged up. That's like me getting offered to join FaZe, and I think, oh, I'm gonna join FaZe tomorrow when I log on my stream. I'm gonna have 20,000 people watching me because I'm FaZe's newest guy. That's the worst way you could look at it. Bro, they can't afford to move out there and hold on. Yeah, or he would have not been fine with it, which is fine, and then there's no deal. But you guys, you controlled that decision.
And then offer us a deal. It's because, you know why? It's because they saw this hot new product that was dropping, and they wanted to get their name behind it before we really blew up. They saw the potential that we had. They saw the potential that we had to blow up, and they wanted to get their name behind that.
The potential to blow up. So this is also kind of because I know like this guy really truly believes in what he's saying right now, but I don't think these guys were on their way to blowing up. They could have very well have, who knows? But I didn't hear about these guys until 100 Thieves signed them. And even when 100 Thieves signed them, I had to look deep to find out who they were. So these guys were not like, I don't know how to explain it, like the hottest thing out that like everyone wanted a piece of, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like when someone new, like when fucking, I don't know who's someone that just kind of burst on the scene and every, you know, like I'm just trying to remember like Aiden Ross kind of just burst on the scene, right? It's like they weren't like Aiden Ross when he first burst on the scene, you know what I mean? Or ISO Speed, like no one knew who they were, you know what I mean?
Really all it was. They saw they could get us cheap for basically pennies, so they did it
pennies.
with no thought of what was actually going to happen, with no like thought into the future of how it actually worked.
I mean,
sure.
Every org is going to try to get you as cheap as they can because at the end of the day, they have a bottom line and they want to make sure they're. I don't think any org's really profitable at this point, but I think, you know, you could limit how much you're spending every month, and I think that's what it comes down to. That they truly wanted to be like, hey, you know, whatever these guys accept is the deal. Like maybe they offered 60, and then maybe if you came in and said, that's not enough, we need X amount. Maybe they would have negotiated, but we'll
felt like that we were doing them a good service by bringing them into 100 Thieves. And I think the history of context is super.
Bro, it's like the way I equate it, or like the way, like good similarity to it is like when a music artist is like they start popping off a little bit, maybe they have a song that like blows up on TikTok or some shit, right? And then they get signed to a record label. The record label isn't signing them for pennies. They're giving them enough money to where they don't
See, like he doesn't. What's he talking about? I've heard a ton of stories about artists getting picked up by labels and getting taken advantage of, and the label really not fucking doing anything. I don't think this guy knows how labels work, right? Like, labels put up the money for you, and then they expect to be paid back by you, by the shit you make. They get paid back first, then you make money. That's how most labels work. Now, if you're someone who's super fucking good at negotiating, or you already have some sort of experience, then yeah, you can get a good deal. But every new artist on TikTok is not versed in how to negotiate a contract, right? So he thinks like, so far, this isn't a good look for him, because it's basically him blaming everything around him but himself.
don't have to worry about anything financially, and they can just focus on their craft, right? Like imagine if an artist is starting to like get some traction, and then a label signs them for $2.5K a month for $20,000, $30,000.
Super important.
That's I don't know.
Because
That's the
when
way I
brought
see
up
it.
The fact that we brought creators onto 100 Thieves, I'm not saying that we, started this, or I'm sure that there were other organizations that might have been doing this, but back in the day when you would join FaZe or you joined Optic, you weren't making any money. Like when you got onto the team, that's when you made it. And being on that team was what allowed you to have an opportunity to grow your audience even bigger and to make more money. And with and I wanted to explain that earlier because I don't want what I'm about to say.
That's true. Back in the day,
when I was on Optic,
no one got money back in the day. The orgs was all hype. You did what you go as far as you can with orgs, with that org to help you. Like we wanted to join Cloud9s, we wanted to join TSMs and Liquids back then, because when we joined or FaZe, we knew, or Optic, we knew. You joined that, you have that tag in front of your name. Now you have more audience. Now you have more eyes on you, and it's on you to make them like you and watch you. It's not automatic. Like, dude, FaZe has maybe hundreds of members in FaZe right now. I only know like 4 of them. Like, I don't know anyone. Like, I don't watch, but there's people that are such big fans of FaZe that every new FaZe guy comes, they become instant like loyal. Hey, I'm part of this.
I didn't make any fucking money. I didn't have a salary. Now, again, this was a long time ago. The gaming industry has matured and it has evolved, and there is much more money in this industry and much more opportunity for individuals than there ever has before. And I could not be happier. For anybody that loves gaming or was in the same shoes that I was when I was younger and was trying to do something with my life that I loved and had a passion for, I'm ecstatic that the industry has grown into what it is. It's what's allowed me to start 100 Thieves. But back in the day, we didn't even have a Twitch sub button. We were sitting there with the opportunity that Hector gave us with Optic, and you got to tip the cap to Hector because he got us a house, and we didn't have to worry about anything at all.
So why can't you do the same thing for us?
But okay, so a couple of things, right? Like I personally, I think 100 Thieves, if 100 Thieves is gonna ask people to relocate, okay, as an org, I think they should cover the cost of a. They should cover the cost of a house for these people. Now, I don't know the back end, but I know Nadeshot was staying at a house with Courage and Valkyrie, and all of them were staying at a house at one point. I'm gonna go ahead and doubt that any of those guys had to pay rent. I want to say that 100 Thieves paid the rent for their house entirely. So, if you're gonna require, and this doesn't make Froste say anything right, because essentially what Nadeshot did for them is what Nadeshot had in the past, where they didn't make any money off this thing, but they didn't have to worry about rent. Well, this guy was getting $2,500 a month to pay for his rent, and he paid it towards rent, so he didn't have to worry about rent. Like the rest of it's on you, bro. You gotta work and expand your stuff so that you can start making money those other ways. Now, Nadeshot, but I think that the company should cover the move of people, and there's if you're gonna ask people to come in here and live and make content for you and themselves, but they're also making content for you and they're under your tag, you should provide them with a place to live. 100 Thieves should pay the rent for all their content creators that relocate to go to where they are. I don't think they should pay everyone's rent randomly, but whatever. That's what I think. Okay, relocating expenses, they shouldn't have to pay more than that. No, they should. Because here's the thing, real of mind. This isn't like anything different. They're asking these people to come in and do all their content and be under, like, there's value in, if 100 Thieves asked me to fucking move to LA, I'm expecting them to pay me a extravagant salary to where I can pay that's fine, I'll pay my own shit. But if I'm gonna do all my content and everything from there, they better pay for my stay. At least if I was a single dude with $5, like, I'm in a different situation, bro. I'm 35 years, I have a family. Like, if I relocate ever for anything, I'm taking my whole family. I gotta buy a house, I gotta live life. For young guys that are in a group, a team environment, let's just call them a team, like a Counter-Strike team. You don't take rent from them, even though you're entitled to it. Maybe just don't pick them up if you can't afford to have them renting in a house near you. That's it. Show me one esports team that pays rent, that pays their own rent. They don't. They if their salaries are $2,500 a month, their rent should be free, because $2,500 a month each in a tenth you lose it right away if you're living in those areas. Anyway, all I'm saying is, that part of it is, I think 100 Thieves did wrong by not offering them housing, but that should have just been negotiated from the start. Yeah, hold on, 9-0. We'll see what happens. Let's see.
Like,
chat's so funny, dude, because it's like a lot of these people probably don't even
I don't get it.
know what's going on, or they're just like so easily like,
yeah, you're not making that much money, but you're also not paying a shit ton in rent and bills either, because Hex actually took care of you guys. So why can't you do the same thing for us?
oh yeah, and then it didn't cover the rent. So
Air mattress for a year and a half.
We had lawn chairs for couches for 6 months. Like, if you want to have a struggle off, bro, like, you're not winning that. You are not winning that.
That's the thing too. Like, think about it this way, dude. Like, furniture, like these guys that relocate, they have no idea most of them have never lived alone or lived with their like as an org. It's not even that Nadeshot's fault, really. It's that the org should have thought through a kind of a relocating plan. If the people that you're signing are younger and they don't have real life experiences, you can't expect them to just roll in. Like, no one thinks about buying furniture. Like, when I go through a house, when I see an empty house, dude, I'm thinking, fuck, I'm gonna have to buy a lot of furniture here. There's gonna be another 100K for, oh fuck, no, I gotta put a TV, oh fuck. But I'm freaking out already. When I showed you guys my house over there, I gotta put $100,000 to $150,000 in furniture in my new house. No one talks about that shit. No one talks about furniture, dude. Furniture is expensive, but I'm not gonna listen. These guys, like, I could go on Zillow right now, okay? And obviously, like, I don't know the area that they're in Los Angeles, but even being in the more expensive areas of Los Angeles, right? You can 100 Thieves. It's on them. Look at some of these threats. $150,000 a month. These are people paying rent like this, right? We said 10K, so home type, like, price 10,000, right? Maximum, right? This is $10,000 over there. Like, this is, where is this? Los Angeles Citrus. This is kind of a centralized area. Okay, this looks like a nice area. Like, this is something that they should have been living in, number one. Okay, wait, I might know this house. Like, look at this house. 10,000 a month, 3,700 square feet, 6 bed, 7 bath. Why couldn't they have this house, right? And it's furnished. You got furniture already. A lot of these houses for rent in LA come furnished. I don't know if it's gonna say it here. But that's how they do. They ask for, so they could have, now they had to be like, why like, so when he's like, we had to be this, we had to be within 15 minutes of Nadeshot's house. No, you don't. You don't. You can just tell them, hey, guys, problem here. There's these houses here that are out of our budget. We gotta go a little bit further in. Might be like a 30-minute commute. You know, no big deal. Because we're not gonna pay at this point. We won't have enough money to pay rent. That's it. You think they're gonna force you to live somewhere when you can't afford the fucking rent? You need to say something. You need to. A lot of what I realized about this is the entire time, Froste or Froste, I don't know how you say your name, but it seems like this entire time you were too scared to speak up, and that's the biggest no-no in this industry. If you don't speak up, no one's gonna do it for you. Okay, you need to literally talk. F11, is that what I? Oh, that full screen. All right, that helps us. Oh yeah.
I didn't have a salary. We were paying player buyouts.
You need to speak up.
For players that we want to bring over to our competitive team. And Hector was in a
I
really
know,
tough
Ryan,
position
I
because
know.
we were sitting there trying to figure out how all these organizations were making money because we couldn't figure it out. You know, they were bringing on sponsors, but even then, sponsors, like sometimes you would see a team 10 years ago with a sponsorship and they were just giving product.
And keep in mind, dude, this guy was also coming off winning $100,000 at COD XP when all that shit was happening. So it's not like a man had no money in his bank account.
So Hector,
When we first started talking with 100 Thieves about like joining,
Well, dude, the thing is, you can't compare you and him because he was a competitor who was making money competing. I don't know what you were doing before, but if your whole job was to be like a YouTuber or a streamer, you should have already been, for them to even hire you, you should have been making some sort of money from your stream or YouTube or whatever. You're not a random dude that he saw you on the street and said, hey man, I want to sign 100 Thieves. Come on, let's go. You did something.
all started saving up as much money
Spacebar
as we
to
could.
pause, oh my
Right? It was
God.
like 3-4 months. I think I'd saved up like 15K or something like that. And all that money was just instantly gone, just moving to LA. Like all of it.
you know, for as ahead of his time as he was, he got
So he had money. It was instantly done, but he had money to spend. So those first few months that you had enough money, let's say your deal sucked, all right? You're making $0 because you had to pay rent, because you were forced to live in a house. You were forced to sign a lease, or that, you know, you couldn't just tell them, hey, I can't afford this. I'm gonna go 30 minutes away. This is the only way I can do it. Sorry. You couldn't do that. But at the end of the day, let's say you're making $0 from this deal, but you have your rent is being paid $0. Now it's on you. Why can't you just make the money like you were making before? But now you're in a place where you're going to have opportunities to collab with people that you would have never been able to collab with at home. Why can't you just do that? Right? Why can't you just focus only on your content, and then whatever happens after that, give it a year, and if your content just didn't work, it didn't work. You can't force content to work.
us into a house. We didn't have to pay rent, but we weren't making any money.
Like, moving
And it
is
was very
expensive as
much
fuck.
an eat what you kill mentality. You know, he was just fanning the flame, fostering an environment for us to have an opportunity to do what we love. And we knew that. And so that's why we were up every single day in the master bedroom of the content house, stacked 5 heads deep on fold-out tables and chairs, streaming 12 hours a day. You finish your stream, you get off, you upload a YouTube video, you go to sleep, you wake up, you do it again. Every fucking day.
Every fucking day, dog. See, that's some
Bro,
shit.
Let's also remember this man was getting like 20,000 viewers at the time on Twitch.
Uh,
Okay, like I don't know why.
What? Why is he everything like no? He was. Don't blame his success. Don't use his success as a way. You think he just magically got that? No. He was on MLG with 0 viewers, by the way. Yeah, that's true. That whoever caught that, he had a deal with MLG, so he was making money. But yeah, he didn't have viewers, and he was. Hold on, let me get my food because my food's actually here, and yeah, that kid's hungry. Chat, I want you to know that I did a secret Subway order without telling anybody. All right. Let me say something before I get back into this. Listen to this, all right? So me and my wife have a deal now, right? Like every Tuesday and Thursday. Oh shit, my hair's all messed up. Every Tuesdays and Thursday morning, I'm gonna get up early and I'm gonna stay with the baby, because my youngest girl is in kindergarten and her girls are in high school. So every morning she wakes up at like 7:30 and she takes them to school. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays she's going to the gym to the special class that she does, like crazy. You know what, those hour classes that you just go crazy for an hour. So I promised her that every Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm gonna be there for her. I'm gonna wake up early. And lately, like, do you want to know what time I woke up today? 1 p.m., dude. Okay, so I'm fucking the worst. But I'll tell you something. After this, and I'm not gonna watch the whole 2 hours. I'll tell you that right now. But after this, I'm going straight to bed, and I'm gonna be there for her, dude. I'm letting her. She's getting that workout in tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. I'm sending all my anyway. But like I said, dude, that's how marriage, man. You gotta do, like, you know, she has her things that she needs to get done, and I'm gonna be there for her. I got Rami, dude. All right. Anyway, plus what's funny is he always every morning he runs in and wakes me up anyway, so it's fine. All right.
Trying to come off like this, like,
oh my
small
god,
guy.
Hold on.
You know,
that's why it was so low. I'm so stupid. Oh my god, whoever was in chat earlier, hey, sorry. It wasn't it. It's not me. I have. Oh, I'm embarrassed, dude. I'm embarrassed. Can you believe it? Okay, dude. Hey, I'm actually high. You guys, okay, I took a dummy earlier. You caught me. Like, this is a 100%. I cannot believe that I'm so sorry. I feel like such an idiot. I'm all, listen, dude.
like, started from the bottom, now
God,
he's
it's
here.
so
Like,
loud.
yeah, he did start at the bottom, but not in this time period that he's describing.
Oh my
This
God,
man
so
was
much
the face
better.
of Call of Duty. He was the face of Twitch. He was the ninja of Twitch back in the day. All right, I just want you guys to remember that.
Because I wasn't going back to fucking McDonald's, and I wasn't going back to community college. And I'm not trying to pander and sound like a martyr or pat myself on the back. I promise you that's not why I bring this up. I just want you to know that I was in the same shoes as the mob.
Right.
And that's why I was the one that was pushing our company to get these players out to LA, sign them, and give them the opportunity that I had when I was younger. Because they've been in gaming just as long, not as long, but they've been a part of the same community that I've been a part of for a very long time. And I've always had a lot of love for them, and I think they're hilarious. I sound like a broken record. I've already said that. So let's move back to current day. We started negotiating with the mob. They are, like I told you before, you know, Twitter shitposting meme lords. Like, these guys understand
Hey, so, did you ever get paid from LG?
the internet. And they had streamed, and they were streaming from time to time. But again, they only averaged, you know, like 100, 200, 300,000 or 300 viewers, right? So we let them know, like, listen, we want to give you an opportunity. We want to get you out to LA. But the onus is going to be on you to show us that you have a level of maturity and can rise to the occasion of, you know, the company and the infrastructure that we already have. So we're going to pay everybody $2,500 a month. You have to live in LA. You have to be here.
Okay.
We will help you find a home, but ultimately, this is your responsibility.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I love that they were upfront with it, but that's not. I'm not taking that deal. If I'm a small time creator, averaging 200 to 300 viewers, and I'm starting to grow. I'm seeing actual growth every day, and then a big org like 100 Thieves comes at me. The fact that 100 Thieves was talking to them should be already in your head. You're like, okay, 100 Thieves sees potential in me. That means whatever I'm doing good. I'm worth something here. Like, I want to keep this going. So you simply just 100 Thieves, that's not good enough deal. If you want us to move there, we're okay with the $2,500 a month. Like, that's low, but you know what? We'll do it. But if we're going to move there, you have to pay our rent. Like, we're not paying our rent. That should be taken care of. Furnished home, internet, paid for, whatever. We'll pay for our own food. You know what I mean? Like a team, like a CSGO team. No CSGO team players are paying their own rent, dude. No one.
And so we had multiple people on staff helping them, you know, browse websites,
This is
find
true.
the
This
right
part is true.
places, build out a spreadsheet, look
Jackson and Ibrahim were helping us a lot with trying to find a house. It was like a 2-month-long thing.
for, you know, the right fit, because we needed to make sure that they knew that they have a responsibility, just like every other employee that we have at the company. You know, you got it's time to grow up. It's time to be mature. It's time to have a responsibility if we're going.
There's just another problem. You can't treat your content creators and your content creators and your competitive esports players, like, those guys cannot be seen as employees at all. Here's why. Employees for 100 Thieves are people that live in LA and have applied, and they know what they're looking for a job. Content creators are making content. That's their job. Having them relocate to a place they've never been to, you know, you can't compare them to your same employees. You just can't. It's not the same thing. Also, I don't know if they're paying these people as employees or contractors. Like, that gets a little in the tax ways. I don't know how it is. I don't want to speak on it. But there's a difference between people that you employ and are under your W-2 and people that you're 1099ing for contract services. But I don't know. But that doesn't mean much. But that's how you gotta look at it. If you're treating them as employees and they understand, you can't, because you're asking them to relocate unless you're relocating employees as well, which is different.
I'm going to give you this opportunity. Now, if that didn't sit well with them and that didn't feel right to them, I wish they would have told us that this doesn't make sense, or we can't financially make this work.
They should have said that.
But that was,
Dude, at the time, getting paid $2,500, we thought that was huge, right? Like, that was more than I was making, like, on Twitch and everything.
Then,
like, we had no idea.
Well, I hit the space bar with my sandwich, my bad.
Yeah, how expensive LA was. We had no idea how expensive the rent was. So for us, that was like we couldn't believe they were giving us that.
That was never the case. That never happened. And
also, it's like he said, bro. We did not have any leverage in this like negotiation. Like, they're 100 thieves. Who the fuck are we?
What is this guy, bro? Who the fuck are we? Grow some fucking balls, bro. They're 100 thieves. Who are we? They're 100 thieves is asking you to be a part of them. So clearly, you have leverage. You know what I mean? Like, don't give me that. You know what he's doing here? He's appealing to everybody. All the people that are like, oh, you're right, yeah, the victim. He's a victim. He's trying to look at as a victim. Yeah, exactly. And most people are like this. People watching him have never been in a position, or content creators they will imagine themselves as sitting there in front of Nadeshot and being fanboys and freaking out, because they're gonna be like, oh, they're not thinking of themselves as a content creator. They're not thinking of them as someone that Nadeshot wants you to be a part of his thing, because he knows you're making money and he knows you're gonna make his brand bigger. That's the problem. So this guy is just such a victim mentality, and everyone in his chat is probably like, yeah, look at this. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that should have been brought up. Well, I hope the chat was trolling him, actually. I hope the chat was smart enough to be like, nah, bro, this is actually bad for you.
Like, we were scared that if we went up to them and said, like, hey, could we have, like, an extra 500 a month each or something? Like, we were scared they would just pull the whole deal out. So it's like, if you're trying to make us look like the bad guys for not negotiating, you gotta understand, like, the power dynamics.
You're too desperate for a deal. That's why.
When they were going and looking at homes, they were the ones that chose a $10,000 rent home. Now, one of the things that I saw Frosty say, and I should pull up these tweets. I should pull up these tweets so that you can see it, but one of the things that Frosty said was that we had to live in a $10,000 home, and we had to live in West LA. We had to be 15 minutes away from Nadeshot's house in the compound. We couldn't go anywhere else. Listen, I've been living on the west side of LA for 8 years now, and I promise you that there is a number of options for living here that are more financially suitable for what their situation was, okay? And they decided that they wanted to live.
Zillow listings. All of LA. 4 bedrooms. Like, the options in question, bro. 2,000 square feet. Like, 8K. This is an apartment. These are apartments for $6 grand almost. Like, bro, this is the point that pissed me off the most. Like, why would we blow our entire salary on a house if we could have a cheaper option? Like, this man is just, like, making it out to seem like we had all the options in the world and went with the most expensive one. Brother, it is Los Angeles, okay? Okay? Matt, you live... Oh, let me run this back.
On the west side of LA. We couldn't go anywhere else. Listen, I've been living on the west side of LA for 8 years now. And I promise you that there is a number of options for living here.
This dude lives in a $10 million house, bro. Their rent is like 40 grand a month. 30, 40 grand a month.
Who pays it?
And we had to live within like 10 to 15 minutes of that neighborhood. And you're telling me that we could have found some house for 3 grand a month. Like, how
This is literally Lathe. That's so true. This is literally Lathe. Lathe mentality, bro. This is the mentality that I'm trying to beat out of Lathe. Because I can't have him being like this, bro.
How much can you be, bro?
That are more financially suitable for what their situation was. Okay? And they decided that they wanted to live in this specific home. Even in the contract, I have all these emails. I have all the terms. I have everything that you guys would want to see. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. But they decided to live in this $10,000 home. A $10,000 a month home. Great. Right? So, the problems start to arise when they finally get to LA. Let me pull up these tweets. I gotta just do this in the right order. I really do. I don't want anything. This is why I should have went with the video, but I don't care. All right. Let's see these tweets. $2,500 each in rent a month while we're only getting paid $1,650. That's after taxes. There was many days where we had to skip meals because we couldn't afford to buy food unless we begged our parents to send us money. It's truly a wonder why Mako wanted to leave the mob and move in back with his family. So listen, Mako went through a really tough time in his life. From my understanding, there was many reasons why he wanted to go home. It was never brought to my attention that he wanted to leave because he felt like he was living in an intolerable living environment.
Matt, Matt, I know you're watching right now, bro. What the fuck do you know about Mako's situation? What did you know about any of our situations?
Oh my god.
You never, not once, asked us about any of our situations, bro. You have no idea why Mako left. I talk to Mako every day. Okay, I'm in Discord with Mako every day for like 10 hours a day. I know his situation. You don't know shit about it.
What's this have to do with anything?
Okay?
Who cares how white Mako
So don't try to act like you know better than me.
He didn't say, he said, I don't really know anything. I don't think, he literally said, I don't know, like, I don't know if that's why Mako, like, I know Mako had stuff going on in his life. I don't know exactly what happened. To admit it to not knowing.
Do not.
I have never heard that once in my life, and that is the God's honest truth.
Yeah, no shit, you haven't heard it, because you never asked, you never bothered.
Dude, but you never asked?
To care about it, so of course.
Okay. Who here thinks it's your boss's fucking job to check up on you and make sure you're doing it and wake you up? Is your boss supposed to call you every morning, but hey, you have work in an hour, make sure you're there? What the fuck is this kid's just a little kid, man. I'm not I don't listen. I already admitted what 100 Thieves did wrong here. They should have just paid for the rent off the bat. That's not a good offer. They made a bad offer. They made a lowball offer, thinking that this mob will counter. But mob is so desperate for any fucking deal that they fanboyed a deal because of Nadeshot. And he's 24. Yeah, this guy's not a kid. This 24-year-old man. This man right here needs to have a reality check because no one's fucking gonna check on you and ask you if everything's okay. If you have an issue at work, you let them know, dude.
You're not gonna hear about it.
Okay? So, $2,500 a month for each individual. They have to pay rent. They have to find the home. We help them find the home. They choose the $10,000 a month house. Okay? We also had a $2,500 a month budget for them to use. $400 a month budget for. We help them find the home. They choose the $10,000 a month house. Okay? We also had a $2,500 a month budget for them to use for content.
Yep.
Each?
To the best of my knowledge, they used that 1 month at one point to buy all the microphones and equipment for the Mobcast.
That's true.
Okay? So that budget was tapped into. They knew that budget existed. I think I saw Froste at one point say all the ideas that they had were never approved. I've never heard that before. Could I be wrong? Yes.
You are
Do I
wrong.
believe I'm wrong? No. And
Like, why are you just pulling that out of your ass? You are wrong. Why would I lie about that? You are wrong on this.
Bring it up if I thought I was walking myself into a trap here saying something I shouldn't. So we have 12,500.
Bro, the way that content budget worked, right? It was 25,000 or 2,500 a month. Okay, that we could only use for content stuff, right?
I'm confused. Is this 2,500 a month? Is it for all 5 of them, or is it each? So if it's 2,500 a month for all 5 of them, content budget. We don't know. They don't all 5, each all 5. So they don't know in total.
One, we had to text someone that worked at 100 Thieves, our handler at 100 Thieves, whether we could buy this item or not, whether it could be approved, and they would either tell us yes or no. Sometimes yes, sometimes it was no, right? And then we had to go out and buy this ourselves with our own money, and then we put it in like this app where they reimburse us, and then 2 to 4 weeks later, we get reimbursed. Okay? That month, the tweet where I said I was skipping meals,
That's how
that was when we
reimbursements
bought all the Mobcast equipment because we bought like really nice expensive mics that we had to pay for out of pocket. I used every single penny that I had to buy those mics. And then I had to go 2 to 3 weeks before I got compensated for those mics. And we tried to tell them about that. We tried to talk to them about that. Like, can we figure something else out? Can we do something else? But it was no.
$100 a month for these guys. Okay? Then we get to the point where Frosty brings up that we took 95% of their sponsorship deals that we brought to the mob. That is unequivocally, undeniably, without a shadow of a doubt, untrue. It is absolutely untrue. There is no basis for Frosty to say this. At one point, I have an email that the key terms of these deals that we bring to the mob, we would retain 85% of revenue.
Dude, Like, okay, I misspoke on that 95%. That's what it was originally supposed to be, but we talked him down to 85%. But, like, the way he says that, like, it's any better, like, that is insane. That is insane. You know what another problem is? You know what another problem is with that? Because, like, hold up.
Yeah, the 85% one is, but like you said, I think the zombies. I think you mentioned that it wasn't actually 85; it was 65 them, 35, that's a good split.
Another problem with that is that, you know what? Fine, like, we were okay with taking that at the time because, like, whatever, they're giving us the opportunity. We can forego some sponsorship deals, right? Like, we can always get our own sponsors. The problem with getting our own sponsors is that while we were in 100 Thieves, we were not allowed to have any agents or managers. Which, I don't know, like, how the laws work with all that stuff, but there's definitely some funky shit going on there. Because when we were in talks with the agent to assign to an agency, okay, we got put into the big business board meeting room, and John Robinson had a talk with us, and it wasn't like direct, you're not allowed to have agents, like blah blah blah, but it was very like subtle and manipulative.
So he didn't say directly that you can't have an agent, but you caught onto it subtly. He's literally saying that the guy didn't really say that.
Right? It was, you know, oh, listen guys, like, our relationship with you guys are so good, and, you know, like, if you guys signed to an agency, we'd have to go through them, and it would just, like, it would really strain and damage our relationship with you guys, basically implying that, like, if we sign this agency, we're not getting re-signed. So, yeah.
And two out of the three deals, they took home 65% of the revenue from that deal. Okay, 65% of the revenue from that deal. One of those deals, they made $30,000 each.
Again, he's talking about the fireball deal. A deal that the CEO of the company who brokered that deal is a friend of mine and came to me and talked to me about it, and then I told 100 Thieves about it. Just want to clarify that.
It was a $200,000 deal. They walked away with $120,000, I believe it was. Okay? They walked away with $120,000, I believe it was. Okay?
All right.
And what you don't understand is that we have to employ a partnership.
Wow, see, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if we got the full money from that, or if they kept any, but, like, he just confirmed they kept it. They kept 80 grand because it was a $200,000 deal, apparently. That's mad interesting. That's crazy interesting. Because, like, I want you guys to be clear. 100 Thieves did not do anything regarding that deal, okay?
$200,000 deal. They kept 80 grand from it. Okay, but he still got his 30, dude. He still got his 30. Otto did it, yeah. Does he got the deal? He brokered the deal that it should have been.
He just dotted the I's and crossed the T's.
Team that needs to go out and source these deals. Then you have account management that handles, once that deal is sold, account management coordinates with everybody else within the company.
Wait, what? Tium, I have a friend. They took that much and you brought the sponsor? Yes.
Whether it's marketing, whether it's content, whether it's a deal that is done with talent.
I wasn't sure if they actually kept any of the money or if they gave it all to us, but I'm glad you confirmed it.
We have to incur labor expenses to make these things a reality. Okay? And with that very large deal that I had just laid out for you guys, we had to have a talent manager over at the house, and we had to go back to the actual agency that brokered this deal with our partnership team and try to make good because they weren't delivering on the things that they had.
Cap. Okay? That fireball deal, we fucking killed that shit. Listen.
Had to go back to the actual agency that brokered this deal with.
That agency is the one that my friend's the CEO of. I'm not gonna name his name because I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything. But he told me that Fireball fucking loved us. That we were their favorite creators that they've worked with. He told me that. You guys remember the Fireball Friday streams, bro? We fucking killed that shit. Okay? So he's like just straight up lying right now.
With our partnership team,
I mean,
and try to make
this is a he said, she said. I don't know who to trust.
That they had agreed to for this contract. Another deal we did, they walked away with $12,000 each. Another deal we did, they walked away with another $12,000.
$12,000 each, by the way. That's over the course of 1 year, right? Not like he's talking about the Elgato deal and trying to make it seem like it was bigger than it was. That was over the course of a year. Okay, like it's still good money. Don't get me wrong, but like when he puts it like that, you know.
$1,000 each. And again, 2 out of these 3.
And again, that's another deal that we had going into 100 Thieves. We had that deal before we joined 100 Thieves.
They walked away with 60
them.
or 65% of what we actually brought home. So we didn't even get to recognize, you know, that much profit.
It was some Subway ride. It was some nice little turkey sandwich, a couple 3 turkeys, some chips. You know what I mean? My go-to.
Thanks.
You profited 80 grand for doing basically nothing.
That's not profit. When what Nadeshot needs to, or what this guy needs to understand is what Nadeshot was explaining, that once we have as an org, once we take on a sponsor, now we have people that their job is to make sure that the sponsorship happens. Those people require a salary too. There's a lot of expenses that go into coordinating sponsorship videos. Even the camera equipment used for those sponsorship videos or whatever could be 100 Thieves. So there's expenses in that. He's not like he just took 80K and put it in his pocket, which he's making it seem like that it is. There's a tweet from the agency that they didn't. Wait, where's the tweet? Can you find that tweet?
But sure, man, you made no profit off this.
I really didn't want to talk. I have a lot more to say. I just want to. I have a lot more to say, and I want that
Show
to be
me.
clear.
Oh, Aiden,
but
I
what I said in the
appreciate it,
video that I filmed before I
Thank you,
started the
Aiden.
stream is that I don't want.
Hold on, can someone send me that tweet? Oh, Jake, this is gonna be funny. Oh, this Jake Latina, I hate giving him any more. But sometimes, you know what? You need some information. He's there. He's the one for it. I worked at the agency who hired the mob for the 200K deal, and I confirmed Nadeshot's objective account of what went down. Oh, shit.
I never wanted to address this. I don't want to talk about this because I have always respected the individuals that have been a part of the mob. I've always had a lot of love for these guys, even when there were tweets from Froste a couple months ago. You know, you shake it off, keep it moving. He's a young kid, whatever. Frosty, Mako, and Classy haven't said anything on social, so I hate the fact that they're even getting brought into this. But if you're going to come to the table with all these facts, I need to make sure that you all understand that we weren't taking advantage of these individuals. Okay, this 95% is not true, all right?
My bad, 85%.
So let's go back. I want to talk
After
about some more of
renegotiations.
these things. And I'm sorry if this is all sort of all over the place.
So there was
Like I told you, I think the video
renegotiations.
would've been better.
Interesting.
And maybe I'm a little rusty, but at least I know I'm getting the truth out. So we talked a little bit about the money. But now let's talk about the opportunity with the mob, right? So the entire idea, the entire thesis is that we bring these guys over to, I forgot to mention, we bumped their salaries up to $3 grand the next year, the second year that we renewed their contract.
Our
I'll
rent
talk about
also
that in a
went
minute,
up.
too. The entire thesis was we bring the mob around other creators, we bring them around 100 Thieves, we give them a platform to be themselves and hopefully grow and have an opportunity to be full-time gaming creators. Because that's what we thought that their goal was. So we sign them, we make the announcement, they get to LA, and this is the tough part because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, okay? But back in the day, I talked about Optic, I talked about FaZe.
Hold up, I'm getting another bottle of water. Okay.
Oh, this is the part where I saw this part, right? Did I? Wait. Hold on, no, hold on.
A lot of times people will join a team like I've seen this. A lot of times people will join a team like
Is this a roll? Is that like, I feel like it's a...
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, okay?
He does water?
But back
Oh,
in the
it's
day,
another
I
bottle of
talked about
water?
Optic, I talked
Oh,
about
man,
FaZe.
dude. We gotta find him.
I'm getting another bottle of water.
Look, watch this. Look at this process. Poor guy, dude. It's a water, it comes back. He's pretty fast. Oh, this is 1.5 times speeds, though, huh? So just these little bit. Look, it comes back. Oh, okay, let me get my setup. Oh, boop. Hang it up. Okay, yeah. Even the little side there. Okay, behind the TV. Yeah. Nice. And now that use the TV to hold on. What the fuck? All right. Like, I'll tell you
I've
something.
seen
This guy.
happen so many times.
I'll tell you
And
right now.
since
Like, I believe that this guy didn't make much money. 100%, dude. Like, look how he's using his TV as a fucking blind holder right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's holding his TV's holding the curtain up, bro. Like this is in a third world setup, dude. So I believe him when he says he was broke. I wish. How was his setup when he was actually on 100 Thieves? Because if he showed this while he was on 100 Thieves, dude, I think 100 Thieves would have done something. You know what I mean? Don't you think so? They're saying, look, what are their guys tagged up, fucking shit falling apart behind them? Zom's link? Where's Zom's link? Hold on. Where's Zom's link? Hold on. Hold on. This is what the fuck is going on here? It was since this is a pic of his room. The word if I'm the funniest part, you can do by groceries. This would be one of excuse me, I'm not sure how even live right now without sorry. It was since this is a picture of his room. Like look at this gross. This can't be his room, bro. Hold on. Zombs, is this confirmed his setup? Because this is where COVID came from. This can't be his actual room, bro. Look at how he's like I can see semen on some of these things, bro. This guy, look at all the McDonald's every day. Chipotle, bro. Look at this guy. He was eating, I'll tell you right now, dude, like, he was eating fast food every day. He was making some money back then. Like, I want to tell you right now, this guy was, listen, listen. This guy was not skipping meals, dude. He said he was skipping meals. Bro, you put your fucking head down, bro. You picked a burger up and you start eating it. He's surrounded by fast food. He was skipping meals my ass, dude. Oh, man. I can't believe he said skipping meals, dude. Oh, dude. I look like a fucking healthy-ass human compared to him, dude. My setup? Oh, my God, dude. I'm so happy. Oh my God. All right, let's get back to this. This is hilarious, bro. Skipping meals, bro. I can't believe he used those words. That was not skipping shit, dude.
I started
Oh.
on YouTube. A lot of times people will join a team like FaZe or they'll
Isn't
join a team like
Oh.
Optic and
I'll get you
they'll
some
have-
W's.
That's what the person who ran the campaign said on Twitter at Kitty House Knife.
Oh,
She
wait.
said Nade's account of the events were true.
What the fuck is disroll? Is that like a These Nuts joke?
Hold on. He just ignored that.
Like dice roll?
Oh, he ignored it. He wasn't listening to
I
the
feel like it's a, I feel like it's like a These Nuts joke.
the realization that I made it. I made all the videos I needed to make to finally join this team. They've accepted me. I'm a part of it. And then they take a foot off the gas pedal. Okay? It has happened with, you know, more creators that I can even think about right now. I can barely hold a thought in my fucking head. So, I'm not making any assumptions of what happened with the mob after we signed them and brought them over. Okay? And I don't want to bring the other individuals that are a part of the mob into this, but the proof is in the pudding, guys. I had thought that we were giving them a big opportunity. Okay? From individuals that were averaging just a couple hundred viewers, if not lower some days, having them be a part of a tier 1 organization like 100 Thieves, I thought, on top of the fact that we brought them out to LA, and we moved 4 best friends into a home together, I thought that this could only be productive. This could only be, you know, the perfect situation and scenario for all these guys. They didn't work. They didn't
I
make
can't believe
videos.
that room, bro.
They didn't stream.
Psalms, bro. That's hilarious.
They got here,
Oh, man.
and
They
we'll
didn't
never know.
Dude, the stream shit, we'll talk about that later, but the YouTube video thing, we were not fucking YouTubers, bro. We have no idea how to make YouTube videos. Like, if you've never done YouTube, and you think it's like an easy thing to do, oh, just pick up the camera and hit record, it's not. Like, making YouTube videos is not easy. We had no idea how the fuck to do that. And Nadeshot promised us that he was gonna mentor us and teach us in the ways of doing that. And that just never happened. But whatever. Like, we still put out some YouTube videos.
Why it is that it panned out the way that it
What's
did.
the mob's
But
channel?
If you really want to go look at stats, and you really want to look at the work that was done, while we're bringing these deals in, while we're paying these salaries, and while we're supporting them as much as we can with the employees that we have, the resources that we've created for
What's
ourselves,
his name?
and the platform that we have built along with our community, that mentality that we had back in the day where you eat what you kill, they weren't uploading. And you know, 6 months into this relationship, a lot of our staff who haven't come from, you know, the world of content and esports and the organizations that I've seen and go and were a part of back in the day, they were frustrated. They wanted to move away from the mob after the first year, and they were talking about it 6 months before the rest of the term.
They had a whole day to figure out an official statement. He went live at 6 p.m. and he woke up at 6
Okay,
a.m.
hold on.
I mean, yeah, bro, like, they're...
Okay, hold on. Nadeshot towards worst house in esports, so they knew that. And then touring the new upgraded 100 Thieves house. So they got a new one?
I'm not trying to gas this up. It literally is. It will be one of our favorite things in this whole house.
Oh, you said that. Let's go! See, we got an NBA jam machine. To the grand master bedroom, all right?
So they were paying for this house.
My name is Frosty, that's Mako, Classify, and Avalanche. And as you guys can see here, this room we're standing in, this is the future mob casino room. Sure. All right, we already got some of the pictures you're gonna put up. We got the TV ready to be mounted. We're gonna put a big poker table right here, right in the middle.
Just like Grand Theft Auto.
How are they gonna pay for all this?
Every week, that is real news. That is actually.
So is this house, was this
I'm done with it.
Yeah, this is gonna be a sick casino room. Now let's go into the
Casino
kitchen.
room with a bunch of broke kids, dude. Like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh. Okay.
At least there's a table here.
All right, if you follow me through this dining room, you guys can see we have our fully stocked mob kitchen. I know I say fully stocked and it's kind of empty, but trust me, this is probably the best this kitchen's ever looked. We got one microwave right here. It's a bad boy. But you know, we needed two just to flex on you guys that we eat a lot. I'm pointing to that man right there, Avalanche.
Bro,
hey, I see you in this
I'm
kitchen
just
way more
chilling.
than
I'm
anyone.
literally just vibing
at all.
with him, nigga. What the-
Nah. Anyway, if you follow me here, you'll see our fully stocked freezer with, shout out,
I know.
Totino rolls, best pizza rolls
Totinos?
in the game.
Are you guys
Frosty,
telling me
think-
that Totinos didn't really give you that much food?
Boy.
I am
Yeah.
very thirsty.
Hey, we got
This is clearly
purely
they're doing all this shit for sponsorship. Obviously, they didn't have fucking a fridge full of Totinos. But what I don't understand is, if these motherfuckers actually needed a fridge full of Totinos, why didn't they just give it to them?
for you.
Hey,
That's gonna solve their fucking problem
Follow
right
me
there.
right here. This is actually the biggest upgrade of our house from our
Show
old
it
house.
to him. Show it to
We
him.
got a new washer.
So they got a new house. How did that happen?
This is the Cash App Mob Lounge, powered by Cash App. As you can see, we got an NBA Jam machine. This thing is dope. Got a surfboard over here with 100 Thieves on it. The rest of the house, and of course, the main thing, we got a new couch.
Here we got the chair set up. This is the air mattress, the Queen La Davi. Matt, what's your thing?
Wait, do you guys actually sit on this?
Yeah. Brand new couch. Speak on it. Some Cash App pillows. We've already been.
See, this is confusing me now. Like, is all of this a lie? Like, did they get to keep any of these couches? Like, were these couches given to them or rented to them? Or what? Did they pay for all this but say that Cash App sponsored them? Or you know what I mean?
Some time here on Netflix. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that in the video, but we've been watching some Netflix over here, some YouTube videos, some 100 Thieves videos.
Wait, can you guys like if you're in? If
They
I'm
never
in the bag, like,
bought
can you
this
edit
house.
anything?
This house was never lived in. They just did it as a fucking lie. This was year 2. This is when they got signed to year 2. So they didn't. They never even fucking lived in this
Right now.
house.
Would that be possible? All right, explosion.
What filters to show what channels?
Logan's gonna kill you. Look at classy.
You see that
move,
you
man.
made it to the Cisco
So
10 years time
inspirational.
since
Guys, I'm
since
keeping up the
Oh,
whole
no, I
line.
didn't know
Please
that. No,
stop saying my name.
I'll check it out. I'll check out
Damn,
that
you that
video.
far back?
Damn, pick up the pace, buddy. Let's go. We're on a schedule here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Casa de Meco. Follow me right now. First thing you notice, candles always lit in here. Smells beautiful. You see, I got all these vinyls up here, they look beautiful. However, you come over here, I tried to put this custom-made painting that my friend Lena painted. It looks so beautiful. I go to hang it up, look at this. The wall just falls apart. I don't know. I'll fix it, I'll get into it.
Found me. My room's next up. Dude, that's how you know you're.
This guy, I'll tell you something. This guy Classify, like, I met him on the podcast, Trans Podcast Board. This guy actually tries to make it. Like, even I think he was doing a ton of content. He worked really hard. I know for a fact because he was always on the podcast. He was always collaborating. I was seeing him on everyone. He was trying to play as much as he could. Classify, yeah, that's his name. So he was in the same exact boat as that Frosty does. So that should be like, just from seeing the two contrasts, like, how come this guy is still doing it and making money off of it, but the other guy isn't?
Anyway.
Yeah, last I heard was he's like part of Mr. Beast's crew
It's like a
now.
little thing when we first met of our first experience, so that was kind of dope. Got the setup here. Got the console gang, bro. Any piece.
Oh, hello.
How long were you here?
I've been here the whole time waiting for you.
Bro, I said in an hour.
That was an hour ago.
Well, they're still here.
Okay, don't
All right,
mind.
all right,
Don't mind.
anyway, we got the
It's like it's so sad because like this shit's like cringe funny. It's not like funny, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's like this is who they. This is why I don't understand why they thought this was gonna be like this,
over
like
here.
this group of guys that are just like.
Honestly,
What were they known for? What did they do together? What did the mob do?
Frosty, get out.
Were they kind of like Nelk boys? Is that what it is? Like, what's this black guy on the group? Like, he hasn't said a word this whole time. Is he just there? And is he a bot? NPC just there to fucking? Oh, we're a diverse group of guys because two of us are white and one of us is maybe Mexican. I don't know. What are they doing here?
To the grand master bedroom. All right.
And why is he fucking barefoot? Hold on. Oh shit, I fucked this up.
Got a new cow.
Oh wait, he talked here. Yeah, he said he did talk. He did talk. Never mind.
I didn't. The bathroom.
He sounded white. That's why I said it. He sounded too white. I'm kidding.
It's not much.
Hold on.
Casa, this nice
Why is this guy barefoot, bro? Put on some fucking shoes or socks.
rug all over the room, you know, covers.
See, like this is the I knew something was off about him, bro. And he's the barefoot guy, bro. We all know him. We all encountered these guys, dude. The barefoot guys. You know who I'm talking about. Who's like, yeah, I'm just comfortable being barefoot, dude. And start walking around with their dirty ass feet everywhere. This is, oh, dude. I meet one of these guys once a fucking week, dude.
Room, it looks super nice. It's super soft. Right here, we got the most important part of the room. The sexist temporary gaming is forever flag. That is a motto that we live by in this house. All right.
Is that what he's living off the one tweet?
Okay.
Bro.
This nightstand right here.
Hold on, is that his tweet? Hold on, let me see. Does he tweet Froste? Let me see if that's still his like pinned tweet. Oh, it's not his pinned tweet anymore. What was it? Sexist forever, whatever. Did it get a lot of people? Is that what happened? So that tweet was his like his one-hit wonder, and he just lived off that till then. He made a career off of one tweet. Can you imagine that? Yeah, remember that tweet? Remember that tweet? Sex is temporary dangerous for. Yeah, that was me, bro. I did it. I was the first one, bro. Is this what he's doing, dude? Is this what he's doing, bro? I can see him at like a fucking bar
Definitely
somewhere.
Sitting there with fucking PR team and every
That was
person
me,
that works there
bro.
is figuring out a way to go about this. Like,
While
I think
he's
any other shit
barefoot
is
at a
just, like,
bar, dude.
natural and not reading off a script. Like, I got a bridge to sell you.
Bro.
Was even done. It was a headache for them to deal with, trying to get them to do things, trying to, you know, they would go to the content house where the mob was living. They'd get there an hour before the shoot, and the place was an absolute mess. And the production team had to clean it up, and they would be there for hours and hours later.
Listen, bro. I know what he's talking about. That happened one time, and it's because we didn't know that they were coming. Like, the few times that we did film in our house, which I don't know why he's bringing this up. We never filmed any YouTube videos in our house with 100 Thieves. We either always went to the compound or always went to Matt's house. Whatever. It's not even
Then
that
they should have been. Because there wasn't any accountability. Nobody was uploading. Nobody was making videos, okay? And that killed me inside. And I told everybody at home, I told everybody at 100 Thieves, I'm like, listen, you guys got to understand, these guys need time to rise to the occasion. They came up, you know, on Twitter. They came up on social media. You know, they're not natively content creators, but I think that they can do it. They definitely have the right sense of humor to do it.
I'll watch it
Give
later.
them time. We need to give them, maybe we, you know, hire somebody to be head of production. Maybe that gives them a good kick in the ass or a good kick in the right direction. But we just couldn't give them any more resources after all the time that we had been spending trying to get them to see the light.
Bro, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. My YouTube videos, when I did upload, would get, like, maybe 2,000 views. Okay, I wasn't, like, making anything off YouTube. None of us were. I think the mob channel made, like, maybe $1,000 in the, like, entire 2 years that we uploaded. Why the fuck, if we're broke as shit, why would we spend all that time and energy uploading YouTube videos? Like, we weren't making good YouTube videos, bro, and we knew that. We were self-aware of that. Our YouTube videos were ass. We knew they were never gonna blow up. So, like, why spend...
Bro, it's like, so what do you do? So if you're hired, you're hired to make content, and then you realize your content isn't really getting views. So you decide that you're gonna stop making content, but you still want to live there and live in this environment? Fucking go home, dude. What are you still there for? You stop doing the job, period. And because our YouTube videos suck, can't do YouTube videos. We're not making any money. Let's just sit. Let's just exist. You were trying to get paid just to exist, bro. This is fucking. I don't understand, bro. Oh my god.
Like, our time and energy on something that we're not gonna see any sort of financial benefit or, like, numbers benefit from. Like, I get what he's saying. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's not wrong, but it's like, from our perspective.
I uploaded more videos on my main channel, in my prime, than they did in 2 years on their YouTube channel with 4 people, 4 best friends. And they talk about Frosty in one of these tweets. He said, imagine if we had enough money to where we didn't have to stress over where our next meal was coming from. That's absolutely not true.
What do
We
you
didn't
mean?
take any of their stream revenue. We didn't touch it.
Bro, like, the stream revenue in question. $2 grand on, like, a good month, bro. Like, I don't know how, like, and that was me. I had, like, the biggest numbers with streaming and stuff, right, when we were in the mob. I had, like, the most viewers and everything. Like, I was making the most money. Mako, for example, Mako was barely averaging 100 viewers. Like, he was not making any money from this shit.
Well, I didn't hear that part, so I was doing something.
I have done the math.
I'm sorry, I'm
I've
gonna
seen
rewind.
What has happened in
Oh, how, like, and that was, like, a good month, bro.
Hold on, yeah.
Like, I don't know how, like, and that was me. I had, like, the biggest numbers with streaming and stuff, right, when we were in the mob. I had, like, the most viewers and everything. Like, I was making the most money. Mako, for example, Mako was barely averaging 100 viewers. Like, he was not making any money from this shit.
I have done the math. I have seen what has happened in the 2 years that the mob was part of 100 Thieves. They made over $500,000 collectively. Not a piece, but you know, if you really get down and start going through the spreadsheet.
Don't say that, Mako. My bad, bro. I hate to drag you in, but I know, like.
So he's saying like he pretty much made money.
$500,000 each, or $500,000 collectively, and a
for
quarter
what,
of
for
that
the
was
year?
from a deal. More than a quarter of that was
Hold
from
on,
deals
hold
that
on,
we
hold
got
on, hold on.
ourselves. Or drag you in.
The mob was part of 100 Thieves. They made over 500. I have done the math. I have seen what has happened in the 2 years that the mob was part of 100 Thieves. They made over $500,000 collectively. Not a piece, but you know, if you really get down and start going through the spreadsheet.
Don't say that, Mako. My bad, bro. I hate to drag you in, but I know.
2 years divided by 4 people. That is 50K each. Yeah.
Bro, $500,000 each.
No, 50.
$500,000 collectively.
60K.
And
60K.
a quarter of that was from a deal. More than a quarter of that was from deals that we got ourselves.
So 62K each.
Besides the rent that they were paying, the home they chose to live in. Besides the home that they had to pay rent for, they were bringing home like $35,000. They were making like 66 grand a year. And for creators that only have like 100 or 200 viewers and aren't making videos and aren't streaming, I think this is more than generous. This is more than fair.
Aren't making videos and aren't streaming? That's hilarious. You really didn't do anything, huh? He really just gave up because his YouTube videos suck.
There's one search result in LA that's 1 to 3K a month.
I wanted to know if I was crazy. I had to make sure that I did this the right way before I talked to you guys. And listen, in June 2019, this is when we announced that the mob was joining 100 Thieves. This is when Frosty's average viewers was the highest it's ever been. And this was our entire goal, to give them an opportunity to have more people watching them. Frosty claims that the internet wasn't working at the house for the first 4 months.
It literally wasn't.
That they joined 100 Thieves. We had a compound with 4 streaming pods. I can't figure out what the dates, if that's when...
Don't get me started on those streaming hubs at the compound, bro. Oh my god, those things are a fucking nightmare. They are an absolute nightmare. Something always goes wrong with those. If you watch anyone stream from the compound, their stream is always fucked. Something will always go wrong. Every single time. Yeah, exactly. They weren't even there for the first year, bro. And then they fucking got COVID started, so they were closed.
When COVID started, we had to close the compound. Either way, we told them that the house was their responsibility. I don't know who set up the internet. I don't know what happened with the internet. I don't know if that's true or not. But Frosty believes this. But listen to me. If I have this opportunity that they had in front of them, and I'm in front of more people than I've ever had the opportunity to be in front of, I'll be fucking knocking on Spectrum's door or whatever internet provider they're using. I would be out there every single day until they came to this house and they fixed it.
Bro, what the fuck are we supposed to do about that? Like, does he think we didn't, like, try calling them, try getting it fixed? Okay, for the first year, I believe we only had 1 line, okay? 4 people streaming on 1 line, 1 internet line. Alright? Like, that is fucking ridiculous. If 2 of us tried streaming at the same time, if you were here, like, if you actually watch the streams, like, if you're one of the people that was actually a mob fan and watched the streams and not just someone that, like, cares about the drama, you understand the struggle we went through with internet. Fury, we didn't have 2 lines until later on. But yeah, even when we had 2 lines, our internet was still dog shit. We had Spectrum. Spectrum has a monopoly in LA. Okay? Like, if 2 of us tried streaming at the same time, we were gonna lag, we were gonna drop frames, it was gonna be a
well, the thing is, a lot of people talk about this
drama. There's a reason why, instead of just all 4 of us streaming all the time at the same time.
When this guy was streaming earlier today, he had like 25,000 people watching.
We would go into each other's stream.
They should have checked that before they rented the
like,
house.
I would stream with Ava, I would play Scary Games with Ava, like, Ava and Mako would stream together and shit.
I was in
They play
Mexico,
Valorant,
dude. I went to Mexico, like, granted, dude, my Mexico deal was better than what they made in fucking 2 years. No big deal, you know what I'm saying? No, but this is how it is. But I made sure the internet was there. I paid top dollar to make sure internet was there and I was to be able to do my hours. Because I told these motherfuckers at stake I was going to do 20 hours a week. I can't just get there and internet's fucked. Dude, I would have had to fucking go rent another place. You got to make shit work. I don't understand these guys. You got to figure it out, dude. Find out about the internet before you rent the place. That should be the most important thing. Hey, how's the internet here?
True.
I don't know if they thought that this was the
Share tweets
responsibility
about
of
internet.
thieves.
Could someone find that tweet? Someone did a screenshot of like me complaining
Yeah,
about
dude.
the internet
Hey, don't listen to this.
and tweeted it.
Listen to this. I have the money, but I went as far. I wasn't just okay with streaming from Mexico. I had a laptop. It was good the first week or so, first 2 weeks, and then I started noticing that it would randomly just crash while I'm streaming or do some weird shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm building a computer. Might as well build it. Ended up spending $5,000 building a gaming computer and getting it sent there, just to use it, only to have it for the last 2 weeks of the 2 months. Isn't that nuts? So for 6 weeks I was on the laptop, and then for the last 2 weeks I actually had a proper setup. Bought a monitor, gaming monitor, 240 hertz to gamble, dog. Because I just had to be there for my boys. Boom. Keep it going.
Don't know where the tweet is now though.
But if I were them, it would have never even got to the point where I'm waiting around 4 months to get it fixed.
Matt, and if I was you, and my creators were complaining about something like this, I would cough up the $5,000 and get them a fiber internet line, bro. That's what I would do. Right? Like, what the fuck is $5,000 to you? Absolutely nothing.
So,
is this...
Bro, I'll pay the $5,000, you motherfucker. Just speak up, you son of a bitch. This guy is too scared to say everything 2 years later, fucking, or however long it's been. How long has he been out of the 100 Thieves? Now he's fucking complaining? Why didn't we know any of this when you were on 100 Thieves?
This is just me. Like, this is just me complaining. This isn't even, like, Mako and Classy Ava. Like, this is literally just me. I don't even know why I have to explain this, because, like, if you actually watched our streams back in the day, you understand.
in the 2 years that Frosty was a part of 100 Thieves. Now, again, remember, Twitch is the main source of revenue for most creators, and the bigger ones make a lot of money from sponsorships. This is true. Frosty, I did the math. In the 2 years, from start to finish, Frosty averaged 40 hours a month streaming.
On my channel.
He averaged 40 hours a month.
Yeah, on your channel.
That's 1 week of work for one of our employees who's making less money than Frosty. And right after he leaves 100 Thieves, he streamed for 377 hours. This is the month, 2 months after he left 100 Thieves. He streamed for 377 hours. And then the next month, he streamed 519 hours, I'm sorry. Guys, I don't know what your perception of me is and my responsibility and role at 100 Thieves, but I spend a lot of time at the office. There have been ebbs and flows of my involvement in the corporate and business development aspect of our business, but I'm fucking there. And I can tell you everything that is happening at this company. Across apparel, Project X, a new venture that's launching, high ground, content, marketing, talent.
All right.
I am very involved.
Right.
In the 2 years that the mob was a part of 100 Thieves, Frosty streamed, let's see. In April 2020, he streamed 129 hours. Then the month prior to that, I streamed 157 hours. I've got a family and a full-time fucking job. I'm not doing this to pat myself on the back.
Even
I'm
he
doing
doesn't
this to
believe
give
that
you guys a
bullshit, bro.
metric to understand what we were dealing with.
Look how he looks at. He just drinking. He's like, bruh, bullshit, bro. Like he just sitting there, like, look at his. As he listens to what he says, like, yeah, okay. Well, he just agreeing.
I truly hope that you guys know.
He thinks him acting like this means like, oh,
I don't like to talk about these things.
Let's just ignore this part of what he's saying.
After we departed,
like because he's so nonchalant, like, oh, we gotta ignore everything you just said because we don't need to listen to that. That's like he's just whining.
I never thought that there would be negative blowback. I didn't think there was anything that needed to be said because I thought we.
Why didn't you stream more when he could have
told you at the
before?
beginning
That's
of
what I
this
want to
stream,
know.
when I put my head on my pillow at night, I know.
Why do you? I Matt, if you're
Was
still
it just
watching,
the internet the whole time?
Why did you assume we left on good terms? Like whether or not we did is irrelevant. But like, why would you? How would you know what kind of terms we left on, bro? You barely talked to any of us when all of our shit was like falling apart when we all left. I did not have a conversation with you after I left or before I left. I talked to Jackson. That's it. But I did not talk to you. So I don't know why you're getting these assumptions that like we left on good or bad terms.
That I have peace of mind because I have tried my best to do the right thing. And at one point, Frosty even brought up the fact that the most money that he ever made was during the Uno tournament where we got second place. They won $75,000 from an event that we created in partnership with Cash App, where we invited some of the biggest creators on the internet during the halftime of the Super Bowl to compete in a $500,000 Uno tournament. And Frosty says that the most money that they ever made with 100 Thieves was because of this Uno tournament.
It's true.
If you weren't a part of the 100 Thieves, Frosty, you would have never been a part of the tournament.
If I wasn't part of 100 Thieves, Matt, I wouldn't have needed the money from that Uno tournament. Because I would have been broke as shit. Could have just kept living with my family, living with my parents, and saved up all my money. Like, don't get me wrong, that was a wonderful day. Like, that tournament was like a wonderful memory for me. But like, come on.
What's he saying?
We had you sitting next to Valkyrie.
Dude, I feel I don't want to.
Courage,
All right, dude, listen.
Castro.
This is because I'm high, but this really like I feel like he's. It just doesn't make sense what's he expecting, dude? Is it to? What's he? I'm just gonna go over that part of that. He said like.
Froste even brought up the fact that the most money that he ever made was during the Uno tournament where we got second place. They won $75,000 from an event that we created in partnership with Cash App, where we invited some of the biggest creators on the internet during the halftime of the Super Bowl to compete in a $500,000 Uno tournament. And Frosty says that the most money that they ever made with 100 Thieves was because of this Uno tournament.
It's true.
If you weren't a part of the 100 Thieves, Frosty, you would have never been a part of the tournament.
If I wasn't part of 100 Thieves, Matt, I wouldn't have needed the money from that Uno tournament.
If
I would have been broke as shit.
Part of the 100 Thieves, man. The response is so funny. If I wasn't a part of 100 Thieves, I would have been broke. So you're telling us he's pretty much saying that if he didn't join 100 Thieves, he would be broke his whole life because he was broke before 100 Thieves. It's so weird. It's like, so you're thanking 100 Thieves. He's low-key. He's not realizing this, but he's thanking 100 Thieves for having him because he would have been broke. Like, you know what I mean? It's such a lost argument. And he's so confident.
Could have just kept living with my family, living with my parents, and saved up all my money.
Then he just realized, oh, I wasn't really that broke when I was living with my family and with my parents. And then he goes, don't get me wrong.
Like, don't get me wrong, that was a wonderful day. Like, that tournament was like a wonderful memory for me.
He said, don't
but like, come on.
He's fucking up. He's catching himself fucking up.
Castro, brother, you average 100 viewers. And I don't even mean this to be disrespectful.
No,
I just think that there needs to be a lens of logic and being rational about your situation.
Bro, like, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this without... Bro, yes, we were given very good opportunities that streamers of our size shouldn't have. Okay? But you also gotta remember, bro.
He's like, we gave you everything. We put you up there right next to these motherfuckers and he still didn't get any views. It's so hard. I feel so bad for him watching this because he's watching this in front of 20,000 people. He's watching Nadeshot call him a bum in front of 24,000. He's watching it. So fucking. Everyone sees this. Everyone hears this. Well, how do you even talk? There's this chat. This is 24,000 people. It's like, how do you even like? These guys are all laughing at him. He doesn't know, bro. He doesn't know that they're all just laughing at him. Like, they're just making emotes because it's only emote mode, so they can't even type. But they're laughing at you, bro. Because look at what you're saying.
Bro, we made some good-ass content for 100 Thieves. Very good opportunity.
I just think that there needs to be a lens. Brother, you average 100 viewers. And I don't even mean this to be disrespectful.
No, I
just think that there needs to be a lens of logic and being rational about your situation.
Bro, like...
I want to hear what he says. Yeah, how do you phrase this? I want to hear what he says.
Yes, we were given very good opportunities that streamers of our size shouldn't have. Okay? But you also gotta remember, bro, we made some good-ass content for 100 Thieves. If you go back and watch your old videos with us, those...
That's his response? Bro, please. Please, dude. Yeah, that was a great opportunity and all. But, like, remember, like, we're really good at content, bro. Like, he just... What? He just...
Those are some of their best videos.
Some of their best videos.
Like, numbers-wise and everything. Like, the comments, they fucking loved us. Don't act like it wasn't a mutual...
Oh, bro, this poor guy, man. They loved us, bro.
...relationship. Because every time there was a video that you want to do where the bigger creators were too humiliated, like, didn't want to be humiliated or be in actual physical pain, you always hit us up, and we always did it. We never complained. Alright? Like, we ate fucking insanely hot peppers for a fucking YouTube video. We literally got tasered. We got electrocuted for a YouTube video. You think Valkyrie's gonna do something like that? She's not.
This is so funny,
She's not.
dude. This is so funny.
No one is. Courage isn't doing that. Brooke isn't doing that. Nobody.
I'm almost like, I feel like Nadeshot set up the pain just because he was so mad that all the money he was losing on him, that he's like, let's make these motherfuckers eat hot peppers while getting tased. They're like, Nadeshot, we can't do that, but maybe we can let them do 2 separate videos where the first one they did hot peppers and the second one they get tased. What absurd! And he's like, yeah, do it, fucking do that shit. Like, this is literally him getting. I kind of like, I'm happy. Like, I want to watch those videos of them getting electrocuted. Someone can find those videos. Let's have a little
Nobody
watch.
else in that org was doing that. So let's not act like it wasn't a mutual relationship.
This is fucking hilarious, dude.
And like this is where my problem comes from, is that like you guys
like,
never
bro,
realized or respected the fact that it was a mutual relationship. We were helping.
Dude, we're like, everyone loved us, man. Like we're meant to be there. We have so many fans, bro. It's just we don't get the views, but you know the fans are out there. You know everybody loves us. We make good content,
each other out.
but we don't get any views.
The entire time, the attitude that you guys had towards us is that you're doing us a favor and we should be grateful. And we were grateful, but you guys never reciprocated that at all.
I hate that I have to, Frosty, I know you're a smart kid.
Oh,
I know that you're a very
about
independent thinker. I don't know what I did to you that made you so jaded and so upset and what made you feel like we didn't care or we were predatory with our business dealings or we took advantage of you or we did anything that could be seen in a
By the way,
way.
I subbed to this guy earlier,
But
or
you
not subbed.
continue to
I followed because he was
say all these things.
it was in follower 30-minute mode, and I wanted
just
to
don't
type,
get it. Now,
but I
I
didn't
wanna be
realize that it
fair
was emote
because
mode. Because I wanted it to be like question mark, like,
Classified-
are you serious?
We tried to work with him. When everything happened with the mob, I talked to Classy on the side because he had put forth effort. He streamed more than everybody else. He was trying to make videos. And from his perspective, he felt like he was working his ass off. And Avalanche streamed more than Frosty. Maybe I couldn't find his stats.
This is not
And
true.
that's completely aside from what's happening here today. But I truly do believe, and you can form your own opinion off of all these things and believe what you'd like. But I know for a fact, like I said, when I put my head on my pillow at night, I know that we put our best foot forward and we did everything we could to help these 4 individuals who I have a ton of respect
it's
for,
so
that I
funny.
truly did believe in, that I fought battles with internally to keep them around. I truly believe that we did everything we could to provide them a platform to take their gaming careers to the next level. And
That's just not true.
Whether Frosty believes it or
Bro,
not,
Frosty could have
I
had
don't.
such a
He-
good
he
argument.
specifically-
I
I
don't.
gotta stop talking about everybody. He specifically did not take full advantage of the opportunity. You know, even with the housing thing. Like I said, you know, could we have moved them to Chicago or New York or Texas where a lot of creators live? Maybe. But we had to have them in LA because they were a young group that had not been full-time creators before, and they needed to take responsibility for the situation. And the best way to amplify their group was to be around the 100 Thieves universe. And they chose to live in a $10,000 home.
Oh my god, he keeps saying
You know,
that.
maybe with some hindsight, they would go back and do it again, or maybe I would have, you know, been more involved with the negotiation and told them, listen, I think this is a bad idea. I think you guys should get a 2-bedroom house, spend $4,000 a month, pocket the rest, and everybody stream in the living room. You know, I watched Subrosa, he's on the professional TSM Valorant team, and I go to his stream, he's got 3 people behind him streaming and gaming every single day.
This dude wanted us to sleep on bunk beds?
Maybe. I mean,
Like grown-ass men.
now you're grown
4
ass
dudes, 2
man.
bedrooms.
Earlier he was
just
like
cuddle up
talking
with each
about
other?
how like they're little kids and the first time live. It's like I thought this guy was 18 years old when he talked about moving out to LA. Had no idea about Los Angeles.
Is that what the solution would have been here, Matt? Like, that's the best solution you can come up with?
You wanted to stay with Mama Boy. Don't talk about grown ass. I know earlier he was talking about, well, we broke with my mom, sitting at my family's house. She's been on bunk bed. He comes from we find out that he fucking hates bunk beds because he's been in one his whole life. So that's why he's like, yeah, you want to fucking put me in a bunk bed, motherfucker? I ain't going back to no bunk bed. Oh, bro, there's some of the origin stories to this shit, man.
Like, maybe, like $500 million company, and that's the best solution you can come up with.
Oh, man.
This is what I mean, bro. Like, he keeps saying he truly believed in us and all this other shit.
Oh, man.
And, like, who knows, maybe he did.
Oh, man.
But if that was the case, if they genuinely believe that we could be the next big thing, why not invest a little bit more, bro? Like, why not?
I know, man. Why not? Just give us more money, bro.
Like, this whole relationship with us and 100 Thieves, it started off on the wrong foot.
Listen, our YouTube videos suck, so we're not going to upload anymore. Our streaming viewers suck, so I'm not going to stream anymore because no one is watching anyway. But, you know, man, how about, like, to really make this content thing work? And if you want real good content, you got to just, invest more in us. Especially me, who has already proven that I'm not working at all. It seems like he thinks content is separate than like streaming and making YouTube videos. Like, you need to stream because when you're streaming, content randomly happens sometimes. Content that's worth uploading on YouTube. So you want to make as much. You just working is content. Just do as much of it. And if some of it is something that would be good to a larger audience, then clip it and put it in a YouTube video or whatever. That's how it's done, though. You don't, or just do a straight up recording of a YouTube video. But you can't just stop doing everything and expect your content to get better, because then you're fucked.
Okay, Nadeshot like said this to us during a drunken rant one night. He literally told us that nobody in this company wants you on here. He is the only one that actually wanted us on there. So of course, when we actually do join, we're gonna get the absolute bare minimum, and that's what we got.
Maybe it should have been a smaller, cheaper home. But the entire thought process is we thought that we were adding gasoline to the small fire that they had created with the following they had on social media by, you know, giving them an opportunity to put a little bit of money in their pockets, sell a couple sponsorships, show them what life can be like if you work hard, bro. And make the... So Rosa, he's on the professional TSM Valorant team, and I go to his stream, he's got 3 people behind him streaming and gaming every single day.
Yeah, nice.
An opportunity for yourself. But the fact of the matter is, Frosty specifically did not work.
What did that say?
In 2 years, he averaged 40 hours on stream. But the fact go to his stream, he's got 3 people behind him streaming and gaming every single day.
Yeah, nice.
FYI, that smaller, cheaper room that Sobrosa's in, with everyone behind him, is an apartment room just for the Valorant team to stream and play tournaments from. Once they're done, they go back to their own apartments, all supplied by TSM. That's crazy. Like that could have worked. That would have been better, honestly, as a group, is rent them all apartments in the same apartment compound and then have a whole separate warehouse, like the 100 Thieves fucking building. That's where they go to film content every day. And then they go back to their fucking houses. He sounds, bro, yeah, he's been drinking a lot of water too.
Nice.
An opportunity for yourself. But the fact of the matter is, Frosty specifically did not work.
He did not work.
In 2 years, he averaged 40 hours on stream. He has not uploaded video to his individual channel.
That's not
and
true.
the mob has only
private.
uploaded 33 videos in 2 years. Now, I hope all this makes sense. And I feel like I'm missing things that I wanted to address as well. So I'm going to look at Twitter and some of the tweets that were made and try to figure all this out. I already talked to you guys about the 95%. Never happened.
Dude, okay, can I just say, like just to reiterate this again, because he keeps bringing it up, so I want to bring it up too. The original deal we had was 95%. But when we were, like, about to sign with 100 Thieves, it was when all that, like, Tfue, Cloaksy, FaZe drama happened where they were taking, like, 80%. So we went to them and we're like, hey, guys, like, we see what's happening with, like, FaZe and stuff, and, like, this just seems, you know, even worse. And they use their justification like, oh, well, you guys are small, we're taking a risk on you, so, like, you know, we have to have something, you know, in our favor. And then we managed to talk it down to 85%. Okay, I just want to reiterate that. Originally, it was 95%.
Enough money. Here's the other part, too.
Is it pause?
You don't need money to make YouTube content. You know, maybe it's not apples to apples, but, you know, a lot of people come to my chat, they say, man, I can't play golf. The entire sport is gatekeeping. It's really expensive. There's no way to do it. I don't even know why I'm using a golf analogy, but the point is, my dad was a blue-collar carpenter. My mom was secretary at a hospital. You know, we were middle class at best.
Courage made a tweet. Let me see.
Middle, that's also a true thing. You don't need money to make content. Like, my considered best content I've ever made was when I was living in a fucking garage, rooming in the garage. I was living in the garage with my little brother as my roommate in the garage. You could see my bed and his bed on my screen. You could see both our beds, and those will always go down as the best content that was ever created from me and my brother, because those were, and it was the best content, and it was literally, we were in a shack, like we were in a fucking garage, bro. We didn't have an AC in there. We had to fucking have a custom AC fucking built into the fucking window. It's actually not even built into the window. It just fucking held on by the window. And Lathe streams from it now. Lathe actually streams from the exact same angle, but we put up a wall on the garage and made him a little room in there. It's crazy. Bro, and that content that we did, I didn't even upload to YouTube. I had a buddy that convinced me to do YouTube, and he started my YouTube channel for me, and he would upload our videos to YouTube, and that's how my YouTube grew by itself. Like, I fucking would have never done YouTube on my own if it wasn't for him. And I wish, like, that guy, dude, I paid him great. You guys all know what happened with my first editor. I paid him great. He had, it was like he literally, I gave him all the money from that it made back then, and it was getting like 6, 7, 8 grand a month, bro. And he was getting paid higher than any editor. I remember specifically because at one point I was making 10K a month, and I was letting him keep all of it, bro. Right? I was letting him keep all 10,000 a month because I was already happy with the money I was making just by selling, doing sponsored videos for people. I didn't have an agent. It was just me. I would negotiate all my own deals, right? So when I do a YouTube video, I record, I do everything. I tell my editor, upload this. I was happy. And he's like, he was getting money, 10K a month at the height. It was average probably 6 to 7, 8, probably 7,500 average over the 2 years, but 10K for the last like 6 months or so, or maybe even longer. And it was about 3 years that I did it with. I don't know, but he got everything. And then he just got too greedy. He just literally said, hey, Mo, I want half of the sponsors' money, because he heard that I was getting oh, these YouTubers now are making 100K a video or something, or 150,000 a video. So he started wanting more. He said, hey, I want half the video or something, or at least I said, first off, listen, man, I appreciate everything you've done. I said, I would love to like pay you more as it grows, and I felt like I was doing that because, you know, you're making now 10,000 a month, and I till this day. And next month we're gonna make 12,000. I remember because we're about to make 12,000 on YouTube just for YouTube. And I said next month you're gonna be at 12,000. I was like, so the better our YouTube channel, or the better my YouTube channel does, the more you're gonna get paid naturally, because you're getting all of the YouTube AdSense. All the YouTube revenue is going into your pocket. And that wasn't we broke it off on terms. I said, hey man, I'm gonna have to let you know if this that's what happened, right? Yeah, but he not only that, like, and he asked, like, it's okay for him to ask, whatever. I felt like I gave him a really good deal because, and this is why I knew I gave him a good deal, and I knew he was one of the highest paid editors in all of YouTube. I bet you at that time, because I talked to Hetz. I met Hetz when I was at E-Lead, and we had a long conversation about like content. Everything. I like. That time I spent with him, bro, I'm sure I hope he thinks of me the way I think of him, because we had a great conversation, tremendous amount of respect for each other. But when I told him how I was doing YouTube, first off, I was averaging 7 million views on YouTube a month, right? But I was making like I said, that month I was gonna make 12K. Hetz looked at me, he's like, Mo, he's like, at 7 million views, like, show me your YouTube stats. I showed him my YouTube, the app, and it shows the views. He said, bro, your view, with these views, you should be making $45,000 to $50,000 a month right now, just from YouTube ads. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, man. And he was giving me these tips, and he was also telling me about, like, because CSGO gets less money than other, whatever. But the bottom line is, he gave me tips on how to do better on YouTube, and I keep making 12, 15, 16, and keep it growing. So, but when I told him how much I was paying my editor, I was like, what do you pay him? Like, I was like, dude, I give him everything on YouTube. He's like, what do you mean everything? I was like, yeah, like 10K a month, I give it to him because I make good money on the videos. So I don't care as long as he keeps uploading and everything. And I was like, and it makes this month going to be 12K. He's going to get 12K. And Hetch told me, he's like, dude, he's like, first off, that's way too much for an editor. Like, I understand that but like, he's like, he pays his editors at the time. It's probably way more now, but at the time it was like close to $2,500 a month full time. Now, I don't know if that, he probably gave them a place to live and all that shit, but like, that was what he was paying someone to not only editor, but to also have the camera out and do shit. Like, that's salaries back then, dude. And I'm paying this guy fucking what content creators were getting, but I was making money, dude. Not running out. Well, Hitch, yeah, it was Hitch that was there. It's funny because Hitch was right next to him, and Hitch was like, dude, looking at me like, dog, I will come work for you. I sort of like, you know what I mean? Yeah, because Hitch was like, dude, like, that's a lot of money to pay an editor. Like, does he do your camera? Is he your cameraman too? No, he wasn't my cameraman. It was just, I would literally record, upload to Dropbox. He'll go from Dropbox, edit it, and then send it back to me, and I'll upload it on YouTube. Yeah, damn, Destiny's still making that kind of money. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm more than happy getting my money from my sponsorships. Now, if it grew into like if I ever do like a podcast, I'm definitely gonna have. If I ever do a podcast, I want to do it like nice and professional and right. So if I do, I'd want to hire kind of like a podcast, like a not an editor, but someone to be like kind of like a producer of the podcast that would sit there and actually maybe even move it around, do all the fucking production shit for me while I just focus on just talking on the podcast. But podcast producer, sound engineer, whatever, I would give that person a good salary to begin with, and I would give them in the contract, I would put something like, if you work X amount of this, or incentivize him to do what's called oh man, I'm so high right now. What's called when you build equity into something, what is it? Someone will know what I'm trying to say. Over years, you vested. So you do vested equity. So after every year, he gets a percentage of that. Like, let's say, hey, I'll give you 5% equity in the business, in me, in this podcast, but you get each percent after every year you work. So after 1 year, you have 1% equity. After 2 years, you have 2% equity. And that just me kind of like letting you know that you're still going to be a part of this. So if this thing ever blows up to where it's making millions and millions, like, you're going to have your salary, which will probably be a higher salary at that point anyway, plus equity. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. So moving on. I'm actually going to end up finishing this, aren't I? Bro, I've been begging Train to bring the podcast back. Not for me. I don't make, dude, I've never made a dime off Trainwreck's podcast. Just so we're clear. Actually, the only time I've ever made money on Trainwreck's podcast is when I won one of the Cash App random name things. Like, I literally put my name in. I entered while on the podcast. I'm in his chat entering the fucking giveaway, and I won $500 on Cash App. So that's the most I've ever. No one gets paid for Trainwreck's podcast, dude, other than probably Train and probably Devin, because they're partners on it. But the rest of us, we're just there, dude. We're just chilling. It's a good time. But I'd love to do one with Train where just me and him, and where we could just let loose and talk about random shit all the time and not worry about I don't want to say censorship, because like obviously there's gonna be always some stuff that we can't say that we really want to say, but it just, if we put it out there, it's just gonna look like we're just, just industry shit that, like, you know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. Just talking about the industry, a lot of some fakes, a lot of fakes out there, a lot of people that, like, talk some shit, but like some real shit. You know what I mean? Imagine we had enough money.
Bro,
I can't believe he put this. Imagine we had enough money which is stress over where our next meal was come from. Like someone should do this real quick. Sorry. This is apart from the thing, but shit, where's that picture of oh, here we go. Thank God. Someone should take this guy Frost, this tweet that Imagine, do this as a meme. Hold on. Where did he say it here? My God, this guy tweets a lot. Hold on. Like, imagine this tweet right here. Imagine we had enough money to where we didn't have to stress over our next meal coming from could have done some big things, but I guess we'll never know. Like, it's like the fact that first off, it's like he's acting like, yeah, like post this. Hold on, I was gonna say post this and then this right next to it. Like post this one with this within the same tweet, just showing this picture, and say something up here that says Frosty's room at 100 Thieves house or something. Like, this guy was not fucking stressing over his next meal, bro. This guy has his next meal, the one after that, the one after that, and the one before that too. Because he had everything, bro. This motherfucker's eating fucking morning brunch. This guy's not skipping any meals, dude, at all. Like, it's so much different food, so much for, like, this guy is a fucking bro, dude. This is like, you know what I mean? Literally, this guy's his entire salary, and he's talking about this, and then it's like, I guess we'll never know. It's like, why will we never know? Why can't you still do content? Why can't you try to make it big now? Now it's all done. That's it. There's your chance, bro. And now it's done. Like, I guess we'll never know. Like, what? I want to hire, like, oh, dude, I'm gonna talk to Train about this, dude. We should hire him as a content creator for us and just see what happens. Train is at the point now, he has so much money that Train could just spend 60K, 70K just to see an experiment happen before our eyes. Like, I can convince Train to do this, I promise you. But we'll just hire him and we'll just see, like, let's see what this guy does. Like, let's watch him. Let's fucking see what's going on here. Where's this ending? I want to see how this plays out. This is like a movie where I want to see the day that he just sits there and goes like, damn, he's like, I'm a piece of shit, dude. Like he just realized, like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? There has to be that moment, dude. We just have, like, he's gonna have a moment where he just sits there, he's like, dude, like, I'm fucking delusional. Like, what the fuck is going on here? He's doing, like, like, I guarantee this guy just won't do, there'll be zero content for that whole year. But there'll be him talking about, like, dude, they're just holding me back, man.
I have zero issue with Courage. Like, at all. Courage tried to be an actual mentor to us and give us advice and help us out, you know, like the most he could. So I have no issue with Jack. Like, the one thing that I regret doing is calling him out publicly as viciously as I did about that whole, like, Bill Cosby thing, instead of, like, making it like private.
What Bill?
But, like, me and him,
Cosby
we talked about that. I told him some, like, personal stuff, and we're cool.
Okay, what? First off, did anyone find that part where he says that that Nadeshot was talking shit about him, like his message on a thing? What is this right here?
Like, these are our texts together. This is when
Frosty, about the Vegas is the best place for. Which one is him? Is this him? Frosty's like, is this Frosty's is Frosty the blue? I have, listen, okay, Courage is in the blue. Oh, blue is Courage, alright. I can get us a bet. Merry Christmas, brother. One of my favorite, truly hilarious person. Love you, pal. See you soon. I'm doing well. Thank you. I've missed hanging out with you. Hope to see you soon. Hey, man, if you're being serious about you've tweeted me, I'd love to talk whenever you have some time. I could use some advice about what.
When Matt and Jack invited me to Vegas, and then they asked me for, like, what was the best, like, place to play poker, and then they went without me. So, whatever. Like, I didn't really care.
They invited him to. They invited him. Hold on. Serious about what you tweeted. Streamer. Let's chat down.
Yeah, like, Jack is, like, a genuine dude. I fucking love Jack. And, like, I hate that, like, this is straining whatever relationship, like, him and I had.
Hold on. I want to see
I
something.
fucking love Jack. For, like, what was the best, like, place.
Hold on. This was July. Okay, July and December. Okay, I see. So they barely talked, right? So these guys weren't really like
poker.
I love this guy. I love him. He's a great guy. But it's like they invited him to Vegas. They went without. Dude, I'm gonna tell Trade we don't have to pay this guy a salary, and then let's invite him on, like, these extravagant trips and just go without him. And then ask him about advice on another trip we should go on, but then never invite. Let's just do that while we pay his salary. Like, Nadeshot's fucking cold, bro.
Like, I didn't really care. Yeah, like, Jack is, like, a genuine dude. I fucking love Jack. And, like, I hate that, like,
him. Like,
this is
you barely talk to him, dog. You don't know.
Straining whatever relationship, like, him and I had.
What Bill Cosby thing?
Like, I knew that would happen, but, you know, like, it is what it is.
Bro, like, I talk to Ryan. I visit Ryan's stream once every couple weeks to see what's up. I'm like, I'm always watching. Like, this guy doesn't talk to him for 6 months. They don't talk to each other at all. And then, Merry Christmas, bro. You're a genuine dude, bro.
So yeah, I have no beef with Jack. I have nothing but good things to say about him.
My dad works his ass off. So did my mom. If you have $100 in your pocket, you go buy a hand-me-down set of clothes.
And like that's the thing that pisses me off, dude. It's like Jack was more of a mentor towards us than Nadeshot ever was. And it's like, that's why we took this deal in the first place. That's why we...
Hey, you know what's weird right now? I just want to say this. Like, I have this sped up to 1.5 like the speed, and he still sounds slow to me. You know, that's what's freaking me out. Because look how fast Nadeshot sounds a little. Like, how slow was this guy talking? Just look at Nadeshot. Look at what they talk. Look, watch.
Like, moving us was more of a mentor.
$100.
I have no beef with Jack. I have nothing but good things to say about him.
Look at the
my dad works his ass off. So did my mom. If you have
Look how
$100
fast.
in your pocket.
Look
You
how
go
fast he's
buy a
talking.
hand-me-down set of
And like that's the thing that pisses me off, dude. It's like Jack was more of a mentor
Right?
towards us
He's-
than Nadeshot ever was. And it's like that's why we took this deal in the first place. That's why we like moved out to LA and did all that thing, because we thought it was gonna be like
Courage.
how Hex was to.
Hold on. Courage tweeted. This is funny. Courage tweeted. They're not. Bro, hold on, Courage. Oh, bro, hold on. What did Courage? Feels like I lost a little brother today, but this is life. I'm moving on. I look forward to keeping in touch with the rest of the mob. Bro, the way feels like I lost a little brother today, but this is life. I'm moving on. I look forward to keeping in touch with the rest of the mob, and we'll be the first to answer their call. It's like, what's happening here, bro? All of a sudden, he's like, dude, this is like a little brother to me, but like, you come back, my boy, like, you're done. Like, so now Courage is saying like he's never gonna talk to Frost. It's such a weird, I'm moving on, like, this is fucking hilarious, bro. These guys talked once in 6 months. Like, relax, dude.
The Nadeshot, right? Like we thought like he wanted to recreate that, but then when we got there, that just wasn't the case at all. And I know like it sounds like stupid to like bitch about that, but like that's just how it was, you know? Like we looked up to this guy. We had been following his career since literally day one, and we fucking love this guy. And getting to work with him was a dream come true. But then the reality was not anything like how we imagined or what we were promised. And that's
They've known
genuinely
each other
like
for a
why
long
I'm
time.
pissed off. Like,
Okay,
that's why I'm
okay.
like salty about the whole situation.
They talked more than that. Both came.
That's how I feel about it. And I get it.
Okay,
He
so
was,
they had some
a very
sort of
busy and
relationship.
stressed out
That's
person,
fine.
especially when we joined.
That's fine. They knew each other, like, but it's just funny to me. It's like, this is my little. It's like, and now he's choosing Matt. You know, it's like, why do you have to like, if this literally happens at home base every single day, one of us gets super pissed at another one of us, and the rest of us are like, kind of cool, and we just talk to both of them, right? Like no one fucking. They're like pick sides, dude, and we're always adding, dude. There's so many fucking like, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face moments in home base, like in the game, not in real life. And we get so mad at each other, and then like a week later, the two that were mad at each other are teamed up against the other three or other one. It's crazy. We're fucking so dysfunctional. Me and John today, I think me and John are fighting today. Actually, I want to confirm. There's no one in there. I think me and John are fighting right now. I swear to God. If I remember correctly, before he got off tonight, there were some words traded. So, but it's crazy because that happens so much to us.
Like they were making big moves, so I knew like I understood why he couldn't give us like any sort of mentorship, any sort of attention or anything. But it's
Dude,
like
I wish, dude, I swear to God, oh, dude, that you just said it. I wish, like Nadeshot came to me and says, hey, like we're looking for a group of unknowns, and we just kind of want to do like this team. Like, do you have a group of guys that could just live together and just create content and just be crazy? And I would have been, dude, if home base got picked up by 100 Thieves, and the shit that would have happened, dude. Oh, dude, they start doing some. They start having the means to go out there and make. Oh, dude, because it's so funny. Because it'd be like the anti-content. It'd be shit like that. They don't want. John's uncomfortable on camera. Like, get that shit away from me, you little f word. Or something. You know what I mean? You're like, we'd be that shit would drop, bro. Oh man.
if you knew that too, dude, why even offer it? Like, why even get us there?
Stop saying, why did you offer us?
Walk on the municipal course like I did.
He's
You
like-
pay
he's
$9,
like-
you're playing.
It's like, why'd you offer us a contract then, huh? Why'd you even sign us? Like, why is that your argument, dude? He regrets it. He regrets signing you to a contract. It was a failed decision. He probably is embarrassed to admit this, but everyone at 100 Thieves told him, hey, don't pick this team up. And he said, I vouch for these guys. I'm putting my job on the line for these guys. And you guys failed. And he looks like a failure. He made a huge mistake with you guys. That's the truth of it, man. That's it. And he's embarrassed to admit his mistake. Matt, Nadeshot, you made a mistake. Just say it. That's it. You were wrong. You told you don't got an eye for that fucking content talent. Like, that's why he thought he got something. He thought he was onto something, bro, and it failed, bro.
You get to Twilight, they cut it down to $5, and you're playing golf. Golf can be a very expensive sport, but the barrier of entry is much lower than what people actually believe and what is actually true.
I should have clarified that about Jack. That was kind of stupid of me not to say, but yeah. Wait, what did he say? Sorry, I was thinking about like.
Can be a very expensive sport. $5, and you're playing golf.
Oh my God.
Golf can be a very expensive sport, But the barrier of entry is much, much lower than what people actually believe and what is actually true. Content creation is the same way. And that's why I wanted to bring up Optic earlier, because like I said, we weren't making money. A lot of you guys know this about me, and again, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I think it's important. I was going to community college, and I was working full-time, minimum wage. I quit all that, which was probably really irresponsible at the time, but then we moved into Optic House. Me, Big Timer, Merc, Scump, and Hector. We weren't making any money unless we made it for ourselves. We were happy to be a part of Optic, and it gave us an opportunity to be bigger than we were. People that joined FaZe back in the day, they had FaZe in their gamer tag, they made it. And now we're gonna go pump videos out, and we're gonna go make some real money. So it just really sucks when I know Frosty knows that I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been in his situation before.
Yeah, bro, that's why I'm so pissed off about it. Because you knew our situation, you knew about our situation. And you barely did anything to try to help.
And this is why
Dude,
it hurts so much
you
when people
know,
from the community.
This would be so much better if like this would be so much better if Frosty had like 150 videos on YouTube in the past 2 years. Like this guy worked his fucking ass off, and he didn't get any help at all. Like he tried, he just dug deep. He did, even if he knew the content wasn't great, he just threw it out there. This would be like, okay, like I could feel for you, dude. Like this guy. But you didn't do anything. You're someone in the same situation as you. Your fucking mob teammate, whatever you want to call it. He did a lot more work than you in that amount of time. He tried his fucking ass off. So it's like, and if his only argument was, if he just said this, if this was all Frosty's argument, if he said, yo, listen, I'm so thankful for the opportunity. It was a great opportunity. I just wish that we at least had our rent covered, because we weren't experienced enough to understand how expensive it was to rent in LA. And unfortunately, if we knew, we would have tried, like when we found that out, I wish that we figured out something to where we could still make our salaries without losing all of it or most of it to rent. That's all he should have said, but I'm still thankful for the opportunity. Then everyone would have just went straight to 100 Thieves. You guys, what the fuck was that? Why didn't you guys pay the rent? What's that about? That it would have been so much better. But the way he comes out and says everything else shows that this guy literally did nothing. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's what happened.
Place blame on 100 Thieves without realizing what is actually happening behind the scenes, and you make assumptions, and you feel as if I would ever try to take advantage of a group like the mob. I walked in their shoes. Guys, whether you want to hear it or not, a lot of people have already formed an opinion about 100 Thieves, and I know that, and I've made my peace with that. But contrary to some people's belief, I'm not sitting here every fucking day trying to scheme and crawl my way into making more money and trying to fuck people over. I could retire today. I could go move back to where I grew up and live a great life. I could stay in this house. I own it outright.
Damn.
I don't need to claw over individuals and take advantage of young kids.
He owns it outright. Bad move. Nate, that's a bad move. What are you doing buying your house cash, idiot?
And if I was going to take advantage over somebody, anybody, it damn sure wouldn't be the fucking mob. And I don't mean that. It to sound like an asshole, and my blood pressure is rising.
My blood pressure.
But there is nothing for me to gain to take advantage.
He's too nice for his own good. Look at him.
Of somebody that's averaging 100 viewers on Twitch. What am I getting out of that?
That's just not true, bro. That's just not true. Because of that, like, we have no leverage over you guys. We have no leverage to ask for anything with 100 Thieves. Like, we saw the way we were treated versus the way, like, say, Yasuo or Brook was treated. Okay, when Yasuo thought that a video that they were making was gonna be cringe or stupid, he didn't want to say it. He just say that. I think this video's fucking stupid. I'm not doing it, and that was it. That was it. When we thought that, it didn't fucking matter, bro. Like, we were gonna do it. Because all we were good to them for was to be in videos where we got made to be the butt of the joke or put in actual physical pain.
He said when Yasu didn't want to do a video, he just said, this is cringe, I don't want to do it, and walked away. But they have to do it. Why didn't they just say, like, oh yeah, I agree with Yasu, this isn't something we want to do, and then they do something else? Like, he's acted like when they said no, we had to say yes. It's like, you could have said no. You never spoke out. Like, if there's actual, like, documented times where they consistently complained once every fucking, dude, in real jobs, shit doesn't get solved until that you've been complaining for fucking years already. So or months at least, months at a time you're complaining. So you're telling me you didn't complain once and you didn't say anything until now? How many months after you've been let go by 100 Thieves? Like, What?
That's all we were good to them for.
And I think this whole thing started off from a drunk rant from him, but like I feel like this guy's just drinking his fucking sorrows away right now.
Why would I go
And like that's why I was so pissed about the Bill Cosby shit, because like the joke
What's
itself
the
isn't
Bill
like that bad.
Cosby
Like
shit?
who gives a fuck? But like when it's coming from an organization that did this shit and then they're continuing to do it even after you've already been gone for a year, like that shit boiled my blood, bro. It pissed me off. It wasn't about the joke. It was about the principle of it. Like I don't want to be the butt of the joke a year later on.
Wait, hold on. What's the butt of the? Let me see this, bro. Bro, hold on. This guy with Nadeshot's a don, bro. Nadeshot's a don, bro. What did he do to him too? Frosty. Bill Cosby searches. Frosty compared to rapist in 100 Thieves joke video. What?
What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Triple B Gaming News in the Thieves team. It really did.
This is how I'm supposed to explain to them why the people I was. Wait. What happened? I want to see the joke. But did they show the video, or is the video done now? How did these find about has issued a budget for? Blah blah blah. Oh my god. How do I see this clip, dude? Bro, how do I see this clip? This is actually crazy. Courage, this is your friend, and someone that I look up to, and you compare me to a fucking rapist? Nadeshot, you don't pay me to be the butt of the joke in these cringe-ass videos anymore. So tell your employees to keep my name out of their mouth. Thanks. Damn, this is his brother? This is the little brother that he lost today? This is the guy, this is Courage was the guy that just said he lost a little brother, dude. In the now deleted Frost called out. Oh, it's hold on. He even told Nadeshot, you don't pay me, blah blah blah. In a follow up, he told his parents, the people I once called friends are comparing me to rapists for a joke. Bro, explain to my like, are your parents subscribed to 100 Thieves? To the dude, the clip, someone had it. Show me that. How do I get that guy back? Hold on. I'll permit you, Realista. Hold on. Permit. Oh, hold on. You got it for me too. Oh, hold on. Let's watch this video real quick. Bro, what happened to this poor kid?
That's true.
Likely present celebrity becomes.
Oh god! Oh, these are both. Is it bad that Frosty's put on the same level as Bill Cosby? Because that is horrible.
He's so mad. Listen, Yasu.
That is so bad.
Yasu, bro. Yasu is so funny because Yasu has the best deal ever, bro. Yasu's like, can I get off this? I can go back to gambling and make some real money. Like, he's in this 100 Thieves shit because it's like, whatever, like, you know, the health benefits or whatever it's giving him. He doesn't want to be here, but it's hilarious, bro. He's at least 100 Thieves that I've ever met.
So bad.
He's not wanted. Is there wanted? Hold on, is wanted on the other screen? Hold on.
Can I pick none of the above? So
Bro, look. Tell me that's not a roulette wheel right there, bro. Tell me that's not a fucking roulette wheel, bro. Tell me this guy's not watching fucking live roulette. Like, hold on. Am I saying things, dude? Or is Yasin caught? He's doing this video and his eyes are looking towards the roulette wheel, dude. Isn't that hilarious? Look at this shit, dude. This guy's gambling in the middle of this video. He doesn't even know what's going on. He's doing all
that is so bad. Can I pick none of the above?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
50-50.
They're both equally horrible.
Oh my god.
No one does, trust me.
Oh my god. And then Frosty not all bent out of shape about it. How am I supposed to explain this to my parents? If it's worth anything, I know personally that there isn't a single person that would want to use that would ever want to embarrass you in any capacity. And for Jack specifically, he's been one of your biggest supporters since day one. It's like funny because he's mad at them, but it's like it just came out of nowhere, you know. They tried to do the clip can be interpreted in a lot of different ways, and for that reason, it should never made the cut. Would never make it with this level of severity and malicious intent. My god. Damn, bro.
And I know it wasn't anything personal, but I took it personally.
Own reputation by taking advantage of kids.
Like, dude, I don't think Nadeshot is some like evil mastermind sitting there rubbing his hands and shit and just thinking of ways to screw us over, but I just don't think he was fully aware of what's going on in his company. Especially when it came to us. So like if you don't want to blame him for that, that's fine. If you want to blame him for that, okay. Like, I don't think he's a bad dude. I really don't. I think he genuinely wanted to see us succeed, but he had so much other shit going on that he couldn't give us the time that we needed.
Bro.
The internet is just such a polarizing and divisive place where everybody...
I know he wanted to see us succeed, but he couldn't give us enough time of his day for us to succeed. Like, he needed to... You understand that you have to be the one that succeeds. Nadeshot can't succeed for you. Like, that's crazy. He doesn't see it.
You're either with us or against us. You make an assumption.
Yeah, he does have a tell.
It eats me alive.
Every time he's saying something that he thinks is bullshit or doesn't really believe himself, he takes a drink of water every single time. Look at the nerves on this guy.
Us. So like if you don't want to blame him for that, that's fine. If you want to blame him for that, okay. Like, I don't think he's a bad dude. I really don't. I think he genuinely wanted to see us succeed, but he had so much other shit going on that he couldn't give us the time that we needed.
The internet is just such a polarizing and divisive place where everybody picks a side. You're either with us or against us. You make an assumption and it eats me alive.
bro, just to see how nervous he is.
But
he came in with two brand new bottles, and look how empty every bottle is. This guy's been fucking just the whole time. He's like, fuck, I think, oh shit. The whole time he's like, I fucked up there. That was fucked up. That was wrong. I lied there. Oh shit, fuck me. Please, let's see
the fuck? Chief Who's, thank you for the $50, bro. What did that message say? It was a long ass message. Give me a sec.
That's hilarious. Was that my
This entire issue is this org has grown to
That's
be
a venue for the
bigger than a bunch of
$50.
kids to manage. The entire issue is that this org has
His water's gone, dude. Look at the end. There's no water
kids such
left.
as Matt, Valk, and Courage. If they want to survive, they need a real CEO to manage the work for them, period. Plus, never wait for someone who robbed. Okay. Bro, like, that's not even the issue, right? Because, like, Nadeshot, like, I mean this, like, in no disrespect, but, like, Nadeshot is very self-aware about his business capabilities. So, like, he's not sitting there, like, trying to make business decisions and, like, be the, like, I don't know what the word is. Like, he surrounded himself by people that know the business better than him. So, yeah.
that I've done and the things that I've said, and so is it annoying to see all the comments, especially with something like this popping up? Yeah, but you can't beat the internet and you can't beat the hive mind. I've been in gaming for 15 years, and it's just wild that for the last 5 years I haven't been a part of any drama. I haven't, you know, maybe there's a tweet here or there to fucking.
Is this the part where he starts talking about like random shit, or is there still more? I don't remember. Because bro, for me personally, like the only reason I'm even live is because he was looking at my tweets and saying that I was lying when I did not lie about a single thing. Yeah, like everything I said was true. Like people can take that how they want, right? People can pick sides, but like everything I said was true.
Proof of what? Hold on, what's this?
You literally provided no proof, bro. Because for me to provide proof, like what is there to provide proof of? Like why would I?
Wait, oh my god, bro, is this the same? Bro, I thought I was watching a completely different. So why, first off, why is this flipped if this is another clip from Twitch? How is this fucking flipped right here? And he looks completely different here. And I didn't have it on the other screen. I didn't have it at 1.5%. So look how different he sounds here.
You literally provided no proof, bro. Because for me to provide proof, like what is there to provide proof of? Like why would I be lying? Like I would have to show text messages. Like this is what I mean, bro. This is why I wanted to wait.
Right, he sounds so slow now, huh?
You literally provided no proof, bro. Because for me to provide proof, Like, what is there to provide proof of? Like, why would I be lying?
Why would I be? That's his proof is why would I lie, dude? Like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
True.
He sounds so much better on 1.5. My
So,
god.
I don't know.
Like, 100 Thieves has had a lot of
Hold-
success, and we have
let
done
me-
things faster and
let me
in
see how he
some
sounds
ways
normally,
better
dude.
than most. I don't sit here and pat myself on the back on social media. I don't fucking pound my chest and gloat. So so all this stuff with the mob is just taking me to a deeper place where it's just like,
Look at
if you
you're a
get
clown, an
involved with
absolute
drama
clown.
more
Look at
times
this.
than not on the internet, you
Imagine
come out
being look. Some guy
with more
called him a
viewers
clown.
and more attention. I haven't gone that route. I don't do that. Not once. In the last.
Bad assassin. Bro, like, I can't believe people think I like... Hold on, I'll get that in a second. I can't believe people genuinely think, like, after this long that I still give a shit about clout. I have not streamed in, like, 4 or 5 months, bro. And before that, like, probably a year. After I end the stream, like, I'm not streaming again, bro. Like, I'm good on that. I'm done with this whole, like, social media content creator bullshit. Like, I told... You guys have all known, if you're actually a viewer of mine, you know that I've said that I'm only gonna do this shit as long as I enjoy it.
This guy, he just told us that he hasn't streamed for 4 months, and then he hasn't streamed a year before that, and he's only how long has he been off 100 Thieves? He just pretty much said like the whole time I was on 100 Thieves, I wasn't streaming either. He's just telling us he wasn't working at all. He doesn't care about working at all. It's so funny to me, dude. It's just like, he's so happy. He's so proud of it. He's like, yeah, like, you guys fucking think I stream? I don't do this shit. I haven't streamed in like 4 months. And before that, guess what? 2 years, not streaming at all, bro. But fuck 100 Thieves for not believing in my content. This guy's hilarious. Oh, bro, the way he talks.
I stopped enjoying it a long ass time ago, so I'm like done with it. Which is why, like, I don't really give a shit about burning bridges, so I'm just gonna tell, like, my truth, my side.
Last 5 years, not once have I like pursued drama in hopes of
Oh my
getting a
God,
rise
I'm
out
done
of
with this
somebody
bullshit,
and more
man.
people watching me and trying to gain.
What if he starts
the
streaming again
spotlight?
full time
I
after
just-
this?
I don't do it. So I hope that can reaffirm the things that I'm saying, and you can you know, believe the words.
This
coming
guy's
out of my mouth.
this guy's like, bro, I'm looking online, bro. This guy is a content creator with zero content. And he's lived so long with it. Imagine, this guy's a fucking genius, dude. This guy's been getting a paycheck for 2 years straight. He got a fucking paycheck for making content and never making content. He just literally said that I go on, I don't see any content with him on there. He's not there. He made it, dude.
I did not want to talk about these things so openly. I did not want to make people feel poorly about themselves because I don't need it in my life. I wouldn't want somebody to do it to me, but I wanted to make sure everybody understood that we negotiated this deal and worked with them for 2 years, and we did our best to make sure that they had all the things that they needed to not only succeed, I should say not only to survive, but to succeed.
Yeah, he said
Because
my
the way
truth.
that
At least he
Froste
did say
laid
my
this
truth.
out makes it think that he's living in a third world country in poverty.
I mean...
If
He
you were
might be.
skipping meals, why didn't you come to us and say, hey, I think I need to move back home. I can't afford this. I can't do it.
Because I didn't want to move back home, bro. Like, I wanted to make it work.
That's his response. Because I was okay with it. Because I was happy. That's his response. Because I was actually really happy to be there. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Like, what the fuck? I didn't want to go home. Like, this is hilarious. He just keeps impressing me. This guy keeps, I keep getting surprised by him. I can't believe, I thought that was it, dude. And then he hits me with that, because I didn't want to go home. Oh, I didn't hear that again. The way he says it, like it's all duh.
Sure that they had all the things that they needed to not only succeed, I should say not only to survive, because I don't need to believe the words watching me and trying to gain the spotlight. I don't do it.
Done with it.
Wait,
Drama in hopes of getting a rise out of somebody and more people watching me and trying to gain the spotlight.
Hold on.
I don't do it. So I hope that can reaffirm.
Did I go too far for sure?
And you can,
Where was it?
Leave the words coming out of my mouth that I did not want to do this. I did not want to talk about these things so openly.
I'm just gonna tell, like, my truth, my side.
Yeah, it was after that.
And more people watching me and trying to gain. Last 5 years, not once.
Done with it. Which is why, like, I don't really give a shit about burning bridges. So I'm just gonna
it's here.
tell,
It's over here. It's over here.
like, my truth, my side.
No, I want to see it in his voice.
Last 5 years, not once.
Watch here.
I like pursue drama in hopes of getting a rise out of somebody and more people watching me and trying to gain the spotlight. I don't do it. So I hope that can reaffirm the things that I'm saying, and you can believe the words coming out of my mouth that I did not want to do this. I did not want to talk about these things so openly. I did not want to make people feel poorly about themselves because I don't need it in my life. I wouldn't want somebody to do it to me, but I wanted to make sure everybody understood that we
hold on.
negotiated this deal.
No, I'm
and
sleeping soon, I
worked
swear.
with them for
It's
2
early still.
years, and we did our best
It
to
is.
make sure that they had
Hold on.
all the things that they needed to not only succeed, I should say not only to survive, but to succeed. Because the way that Frosty laid this out makes it think that he's living in a third world
Oh,
country
here it is,
in
here it is.
poverty.
I mean,
If you were skipping meals, why didn't you come to us and say, hey, I think
What?
I need to move back home. I can't afford this. I can't do it.
because I didn't want to move back home, bro.
I can't. No, he's like it's such a like we're all supposed to know that. Like that's hilarious to me. All right, let's do it.
Like, I wanted to make it work. Like, what kind of...
Why is he mad? Oh my god.
But again, these guys are young. And that's another reason why I didn't
Bro,
want to
this is
talk about
such a
it. These guys are
late.
young. They
This
don't
is
have
some
the
shit
experience
late would
I
tell
think
me.
they have because I'm
Oh,
older.
bro, if I played CS with this guy, I would have fucking killed
To
him.
the guy that keeps donating bits, talking shit, like, keep going, boss. My ass is not reading those paragraphs. But thank you for the money, though.
It is what it is.
Oh, another. Where did he get this new? When did he get this new water bottle? What the fuck? What's our water counter at? What the fuck? You see that? It's a full bottle of water now. Who's keeping tabs on the water, dude?
Is it done?
How many creators do we have on our roster?
Guess not.
We got like 15. I gotta add up the numbers.
I was waiting for this to be done so I can go smoke with Jesus Christ.
He actually lowered Nadeshot this time.
Seems like you lazy. Wealthy. A lot of them,
I am.
they make really good money. And maybe this isn't a great example because since they make better money without 100 Thieves, they don't need us as much. But have you ever seen a creator? And I know everybody's thinking Nick Merckx. It's an entirely different situation. And I know one day somebody wants to hear me talk about that. But I respect what Nick Merckx has accomplished. And I know he feels as if I did him wrong. And I don't want to address that. I don't want to.
I think Nadeshot feels like he did Nick Merckx wrong.
I'm telling you, we have over
on
we have
that,
15 creators on our roster who get paid significantly more, exponentially more than the mob because of its business, the audience that they bring to the table. They all have representation and everybody watching their back. But have you seen anybody else that we've taken advantage of?
Wait, did you see a tweet that Kitty House Knife posted about 200k deal? She said what Nadeshot told the truth about not being attentive and she ran the campaign. Is she lying? Can you link me that? Because I don't know who this person is.
Oh shit, he's disappointed when he sees that person. Damn, he had his shit ready. Is that the name?
I've never heard of this company. Agency who hired the mob. I've never heard of this person, bro. Bro, the agency? I want to see where she worked.
Did we confirm where this girl worked? What
Bro, the agency that got us that deal, the one that, like, my friend is, like, a CEO of, is Power Spike. I've never heard of whatever the fuck Dice Roll is. I've never heard of this person, and I have, from the actual CEO of the agency,
Power
that
Spike?
Fireball fucking loved us, that we killed it for them. So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
She was the last such person. No, he was
this
it?
person? Hold on, let me message my
I
friend
don't
about
think
this.
so. She like He's got a message that died on Discord. Power Spike. Imagine now he's like, hey bro, we got some deals with 100 Thieves. Can you please keep our name out of your fucking
I'll wait
shit?
for his response, but I have no idea who the fuck this is, bro. I really don't.
Power Spike? Is that...
I shouldn't have mentioned, like, which agency that was kind of fucked up. That's my bad, but, like, still. I don't know.
This agency's tiny.
Okay, whatever. from what I know about that Fireball deal is that they fucking love the streams that we did for them. You know, all of our tweets did well for sponsored streams, for sponsored tweets, which never really do well. And we were on time with pretty much everything, so I don't know what the fuck there was complaining about.
It's a they don't even have a website. This age.
Yeah, Fireball literally wanted to re-sign with us, and they were gonna give us twice the money. After our first campaign was done, Fireball literally wanted to re-sign us for almost twice the money that they were originally paying. So like, if we were that bad and they didn't like us and then we fumbled it, like, why would they re-sign us?
But where's the proof of that though? Did they actually?
The only reason we didn't take the deal is because that was when Mako like left, so obviously the mob broke up and shit.
We didn't take the deal because one guy
Yeah,
left. That
I
doesn't
know.
make sense. You'd still take the deal there. You try to make money still. You try to make this thing work.
All right. I've been told that I'm
Said that he said
done
wild
talking. I
shit.
can't talk about this anymore.
That he was crazy.
But
all of a sudden.
you see that? Hold on. I've been told I can't talk about this. He's getting in trouble. Look at this. Look, the guy told him stop talking, bro. Look.
All right. I've been told that I'm
Said that he said
done
wild
talking. I
shit.
can't talk about this anymore.
That he was crazy. But all of a sudden this morning.
Oh,
I
he got in
saying that
trouble,
he was
bro.
Scamming kids out of.
Bro,
and being predatory.
did you see that? He just got in trouble. He's like, oh shit.
Back at the history books. We would have brought them more partnerships, but the partnerships that we brought.
You dropped the deal because someone left, brother. The deal was for the mob. The mob broke up. Like that's kind of how it works.
The mob didn't break up. One guy
We
left.
didn't deliver on it. We had to have people go over to the house to make sure they got it done. To go make sure that they tweeted it. And then we almost ruined history books. We would. No, we're not.
He's
we're not
fast.
looking back at the history books. We would have brought them more partnerships, but the partnerships that we brought them, they didn't deliver on it. We had to have people go over to the house to make sure they got it done. To go make sure that they tweeted it. And then we almost ruined relationships with our partners because mob wasn't delivering on what they said they were going to deliver on.
Which
We
partners?
still did this deal for 2 years. We didn't owe them a second year, and then we raised it to $3,000 a month. So, I'm talking in circles now.
Okay, I
think I covered
genuinely.
everything I
Okay,
wanted to say.
Delgado deal. We kind of fucked that up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Mostly because like, how strict they were and like everything they wanted us to do. It was annoying as fuck. I'm gonna be honest, and they weren't paying us that much money to really give a shit about it. So yeah, we half-assed the shit out of that. I'll give them that. We fumbled that. But the fireball thing, bro, I built a poker table with my bare hands from scratch. I built.
Bro, hold on. He just said, what the fuck? Then what is this random new information at the very end that could have been relevant earlier on? He's like, we didn't give a fuck about that deal. We haven't. Look at this. Yo, that deal? All right, fine, bro. I can't believe this is real. Bro, this
Poker
guy,
table.
this is so
Like,
impressive.
we killed
How
that.
does
What
he
are they
keep
talking
surprising
about?
me? You built a poker table so
That's
you killed
actually crazy.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's actually crazy, bro. You're crazy.
Say it out loud to other people.
Oh, my God. I'm scared
That's
now.
not what I'm here to do.
They're not paying us that. But they're fucking skipping meals here. But they're like, let's half-ass this shit, bro. It's only 12K. Fuck it.
Yeah, Fury. Like, those are the best streams. Classy even came over to my apartment when he was in New York just to stream and make the quota for Fireball he was committed. Bro, we took that deal so seriously because we did not want to fumble that deal. Like, that was like the most amount of money any of us would have ever seen. We were not fumbling that deal. Like, we did everything we needed to do for that deal and then some. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about here or what that other girl is talking about, but
Bro, it's so
cap.
funny because
Twitter's not agreeing.
he literally, the guy from the agency literally just told him to stop talking shit. He's like, bro, shut the fuck up. I just made that shit up to make you feel better, bro. They fucking hated you guys. It's hilarious, dude.
A lot of accountability for what happened, all right? Like, I blame myself for the mob falling apart. I wasn't the leader that I should have been. Like, I should have done more to keep the mob intact, to keep the mob going. Okay, and I didn't. I was young, dumb, and stupid, and I didn't.
Young,
like, I know I could also have streamed a shit ton more, but the way I thought about my streams is that I'd rather produce quality over quantity. Okay?
I hate when people
all
say
my
that.
streams, every time I went live, it was a fucking banger. And if you watch the streams, you know I'm not lying. So I
Oh
wasn't just
my-
sitting there for 8 hours playing some bullshit ass game. All right, barely.
Bro, oh my God. Okay. It was oh man. Can we see some of this guy's streams right now? Like, let's see some of these streams, man. Oh, he doesn't even have past broadcast, does he? Oh, bro, he doesn't have any clips. Then let's go clips. Let's go like all time best clips all time, bro. 7 hour. His best clip all time. Oh, bro, one of the clips is from literally 7 hours ago when he has no proof of the one that he's like proof. I don't. What do I need proof? Like this is prime. Let's see. Let's judge this.
Now I'm a whole chunk of snow. Okay. All right.
This is Spider-Man. Stop the car before someone gets hurt. Get him off the road.
Bro, what is? What is happening? I'm the fence. I'm a fence. Oh shit!
I feel like I can contact.
Now I'm t-shirts.
That isn't good.
I'm t-shirts.
Learn to drive.
Oh my
Not steal cars.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm a house! I'm a whole house! Bro!
And I just want to remind everyone that
talking to chat or anything. It was a. But the way I thought about my streams is that I'd rather produce quality over quantity. Okay? All my streams, every time I went live, it was a fucking banger. And if you watch the streams, you know I'm not lying. Because I wasn't just sitting there for 8 hours playing some bullshit ass game. Now I'm a cube. Oh, now I'm a whole chunk of snow. T-shirts.
That isn't good.
I'm t-shirts.
like you guys see what I don't have to say. I don't even have to say anything, dude. This is literally just sitting around. Like there's no quality over this shit. He just sat around and something happened. But this isn't every stream I've been a straight certified banger and tell me I'm like, what the
game. Streams have streamed a shit ton more, but the way I thought of young apart, I wasn't stupid, and I didn't. Quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity?
All my streams, every time I went live, it was a fucking banger. And if you watch the streams, you know I'm not lying. Because I wasn't just sitting there for 8 hours playing some bullshit ass game, alright, barely talking to chat or anything. I was actually being entertaining. And any viewers that were back there can attest to that.
Oh no, bro. This is so sad, man. This is literally just sad now because he's saying like it's like he's so deluded. He literally thinks he thinks he's blaming the failures on everything but himself. It's so sad. I don't even want to say failure, dude, because if you're averaging 200 viewers, you're not failing, man. You're working it. You can make it work, and you can keep working and get bigger. But the guy is, I don't think he understands what like.
Bro,
like you could have the sickest, funniest moment in your life. Like it's like me taking tonight's stream where I laughed super hard, and I had a great time, and I literally fucking this is just a great stream. I'm so happy, and I say, bro, that stream, like that's content, that's the best content ever, and I entertained all these people, and I'm like bragging about this one time that 1,400 people saw. And acting like it was a billion, like billions of people saw this, and everyone in the world knows I'm this guy. Bro, no one saw you. 200 people saw you do quality content once. Like, no one knows who you are. You know, it's so weird. Like, look at these clips. Like, none of your clips have went viral on Twitch, bro. Like, even I have a fucking clip here and there that like. I see some of your clips, right? And then I go to like my channel. I'm not comparing. Obviously, like I've been doing this for longer, and I've had ups and I've had downs. So I'm not trying to compare us, but I'm just saying like if I go to my all-time clips, bro, some of these are fucking embarrassing. My baby's first curse word.
Oh my god! How many scoop size could? What? What'd you say?
The baby said, "Oh."
And then Terrence's voice.
Oh my god, Lace, why'd you say that? See, man? Come here. What? What'd you say?
The baby said, "Oh shit."
Oh my god, Lace, why'd you say that? See, man?
Come here. First on stream.
No, don't laugh.
Yo, the baby just dropped some fucking toy and she's like, "Oh shit."
Fucking Terrence's voice. I didn't hear this one. Terrence in here. He's like, the baby's fucking dropping. He said, "Oh shit." Oh, this one, dude. This was actually funny to me, dude. This is where. Oh, this is doing 2 times the speed. Look at. Bro, no way, they're on us. I got. Hold on. Like, what's funny about this is one of the funniest. Bro, no way, they're on us. I got.
Holy fuck.
God damn it, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. I had my sunglasses on the whole time. I thought it was my. What? I was like complaining about. How dark it is. Dude.
Wait, you had sunglasses on?
Oh my god. Bro, for like 15 minutes before this clip, I was so mad. I'm like, this game is so fucking dark. I thought my fucking video card was dying. I was so mad. I was like, dude, something's up with my settings, bro. I had the brightness all the way up. I was so fucking mad. And then they found, that's why Days was left, because he says you were complaining about, like, dude, I had my sunglasses on the whole time. I thought it was my, I was like complaining about.
How dark it is.
Dude.
Wait, you have sunglasses on?
Oh my god, that's what it's what I was showing. Oh dude, I left the team by accident. Fuck this. I'm leaving. John, it's because I fucking was trying to show you that I was John Wick. Oh bro. Oh, that's so funny, bro. Oh man, that's hilarious, bro. Like that's like me expecting like the world to know this clip. Like, not a lot of people have seen this clip. In a matter of like a ton of fucking people at once, you know what I mean? So it's just like me living off this clip, being like, dude, like, I had the banger content. Like, it's not the same, you know? Maybe it turns off.
In ladder or above it?
Look at that beautiful beard there, but I gotta get my beard back there, huh? Pull it up a little bit. No! Oh, my baby. Look how cute she looks. Oh, my, she's so little.
Baby.
Look at her.
Baby, are you okay? You can't shut down my computer. Can you guys hear me? I know.
She's so cute, dude. Oh, my, I can't get mad at her, dude. I can't. That's me rage. If that was Lath, dude. Oh, my God. If that was Lath, bro, I might be banned from Twitch. Bam, 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 bam. Kick your buddies down. Oh, bro. If that was Lath, shit. But here I can't, dude. Look how cute she looks. If it was my son, though, he's a little man, dude. He comes up, he steps up like that. He might catch a beating, dog. Like my son, that's a different story. But my baby girl, nah. No! Look at her.
Baby.
She's all trying. She can't even speak. I love her so much. Oh my God. She's so
Can
little.
you guys hear me?
Dude, I'm gonna cry every time I see videos of her when she was really little. I get really fucking emotional, man. I gotta stop. Videos of her when she's growing up so fast, dude. She's growing up so fast. Daughter saves dad. Oh, with my computer. Oh, Swag's reaction to being unbanned. I think he thought I was lying. There's some funny, yeah. There's some funny shit here, dude. There's a funny one with. Let me see. Oh, look at this with Dazed. You guys remember this one?
Single fucking game. I do not understand it.
What do you don't understand?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
You
don't get it? I don't get
single
it.
fucking game. Every motherfucking
What game?
game.
What happened?
I get ecoed by
so did
Glocks.
I.
And it's never me that dies.
Not Glocks. It
it's
is you,
always
though.
my teammates.
And you.
Every fucking time.
I know. God
Every
damn.
fucking time.
No! Fuck!
I don't
What?
get it. Every single game.
How many times?
All right, I think we're done with this, right? So over here.
And like that's on top of the internet issues plus us streaming together a lot.
I forgot about this.
So yeah, like I have taken responsibility for the things I've done wrong. But now like someone else has to, it's not just like all on me, you know?
We know. Word,
and
bro.
you can have hindsight and you can see
I still drinking that
where
water,
your
dog.
decisions have led you. For a long time before 100 Thieves,
He hasn't
I was
peed
ashamed
once,
of
by the way. This is
He was
crazy.
VP of operations at PowerSwag. Didn't maybe confirm the story you're coping. Okay, dude. Like if they say that we didn't kill the Fireball deal, I don't know like what they're talking about. Okay, we did all of our streams. We did all the tweets. So I didn't maybe confirm. So yeah, like I have taken responsibility for the things
It's so
I've done
funny.
wrong.
He
But
thinks
now,
he
like,
did the
someone
deal
else has to,
because
it's not just like all on me, you know?
He thinks they killed the deal because they finished the deliverables on the deal. That's what he thinks they killed the deal means.
Where you're older and you can have hindsight and you can see where your decisions have led you. For a long time before 100 Thieves, I was ashamed of.
Kitty was VP of operations at PowerSwag. Didn't maybe confirm the story you're coping. Okay, dude. Like if they say that we didn't kill the Fireball deal, I don't know like what they're talking about. Okay, we did all of our streams. We did all the tweets. And like they literally wanted to re-sign us. Fireball wanted to re-up the deal with us. So if we fumbled it that bad as they're claiming, why would they do that? Huh?
We have no proof of any of that though.
Like that doesn't make any sense. If we did such a bad job of meeting our requirements for the deal, then why are they like giving us more money to re-up? Bear, when I say banging, I mean content-wise, bro, not numbers-wise.
Oh yeah, I'll show it to that.
And I was disappointed in myself and 100 Thieves saved me from what I thought was like the biggest mistake of my life. You know, I love Hector like a brother and Scump and a lot of those guys, Embos. I have a really close relationship still with them to this day. But I always felt like I fucked up by leaving. And what I've gotten to do in the last 5 years with 100 Thieves has been the most rewarding 5 years of my life. We've had countless employees come in and out. We've had teams win, we've had teams lose, we've had creators that we've spent a ton of time with. You know, we've had some really incredible memories and something that I will never forget for the rest of my life. And we're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep moving forward. And we got LCS playing in the winners finals.
Why would the org that you work for care about anything you say if your numbers aren't any good though? Because they signed us knowing that, bro. They signed us knowing that that was a fact, that we did not have big numbers like that. Like, if you're gonna sign someone just to treat them like absolute shit, knowing that they don't have the numbers, like, why even sign them in the first place? That's what I don't understand. Like, we could have easily taken the G Fuel deal, moved to New York in a house that was like 3K a month, and been a whole lot happier. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, it's actually crazy to me. Like, you guys are dick riding a $500 million company because they wanted to pinch pennies. And like it's mind blowing.
Cloud9, we got the Valorant team in Istanbul playing at the LDQ. We just won a world championship. All the things that I've always wanted to do are coming true, like right in front of me. But what kills me is that we've got 100 employees, you know, back at Compound who've got to read online that the organization that they're working for, is taking advantage of young creators, and you know that's what they have to think about, and they wonder, and they probably think like, is this true? And so I would just ask that you stop making assumptions about how we're running this business, because like I said before, I have no reason in my mind, and no reason or incentive to ever sit here, plot, twist, and have any ill intention of taking advantage of somebody else. We don't need to do it. We've got a great business. We've got the best employees in gaming. We've got the best creators across the entire landscape, and that's no disrespect to the other teams. You know, this other thing.
Does he still have more to say, or is this where he starts like
rambling?
rambling?
Yes, we want to win at everything we do, business included. Right now, see Sentinel, you've had cool creators. Every single piece of planet, let it, anything. Like, you're always in the wrong. I promise this. People thought it was an insult to call us a hoodie org because we had another revenue stream. Doing something to act with the best thing that happens. I'm like, mod, I'm with guys, and they were with me since day one. And have any guilt on my conscience, and I've said all the things I need to say, and we've made the right decisions for us, and we've made fair and balanced agreements with them. And our time with the mob is over, and I cherished it, and I really enjoyed it, and I wish them all the best because I still have a ton of respect for those guys, and they were with me since day one. And
well, I'm glad one of us enjoyed it. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm not... Like, I don't want to drag this out. Like, is there anything else you want me to talk about? Literally, the only reason I streamed is because the man is calling me a liar, and I wanted to prove that I'm not. That's all. Like, you can take those tweets however you want. Like, if you think we're being lazy and it's our fault, that's fine. Sure, but, like, it's still how it was. Like, that's literally the way it was. I'm just going on Twitter right now.
It's like he's sticking around. It's so funny, dude.
Oh, dude, someone took the clip where I said I could make an extra 2K a month if I streamed. Do they understand, like, what 2K a month is in LA, bro? It's absolutely nothing. Like, 75% of that would instantly go to fucking bills and shit. Like, you cannot survive with that money in LA. Like, it's actually ridiculous. You didn't actually address anything? Okay, what would you like me to address? What would you like me to address? What do you call it?
The chat's pointed out.
Mackenzie, what exactly would you like me to address that I didn't address?
God. I'm gonna change my tweet about this because
Hayden, how did it seem like we had more than enough cash, bro? At what point were we like going out and partying and dropping bands and shit? Like, what are you talking about? Big Bo Brown, like, yes, I wanted to get better at making YouTube videos. I wanted to become a better YouTuber and everything, bro. But when you're not making jack shit off those YouTube videos, like, there's hardly any motivation to do those videos. I'm not a YouTuber. I was a Twitch streamer. It's like, look at this dumb shit, man. Look at this dumb shit. Says that he lives off 2K a month. Can't live off 2K a month. That bills will take 75. Whatever. He had 3 other roommates. Blah 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 blah. Like, bro, you understand that's just me making that money, right? That's not like Mako and Classy and Ava as well. Like, weren't making that kind of money. Like, this isn't just a me issue, bro. This was an issue we all had. I'm just the only one speaking out about it.
I mean, the other thing is, he's the only one speaking out about it, but everyone, like the others, aren't agreeing with him. They're not like 100% on his shit.
Hold on, let's see what's on. Yeah. Did you click on it?
Oh yeah, the Freakazoid one. Hold on. I remember this. Dude, you know what? I randomly saw the free clip where he was listening to "Can't Be Touched" with no sound on. I never seen that clip until recently, bro. I laughed so hard. I put it in our Discord.
Yeah. Did you click on it?
No.
Bro, click it, dude. Look at our picture.
It's stream safe.
Leave it open. It's you don't have to show it on stream.
Yeah. What? The fuck? Man, I'm tripping out so hard. Did you guys see this right now? Trip me out. What is going on?
Did you hear the knocking?
Oh my god! Dude, oh my god! I was... Bro.
Fucking hilarious, dude. Those not touchable isn't proof that there isn't. Nate or a train. I'm not saying everything. No. I know. You must have seen. You should have seen from the beginning to the end, because there's a perfect comparison here. There's Frosty and there's Classify, both of them in the exact same position. One of them worked his ass off and has proof of how much he worked, and he's still doing it to this day. I'm not saying he made a ton of money, but he worked, where the other one didn't do any work, and he's still doing his thing. This guy isn't doing it anymore. There's a reason, but he was in the same exact position as him. So there's a direct, like, what's it called, comparison you could use that turned out another way.
Like, the only reason I'm speaking out about it is because, like, I have nothing left to lose, bro. Like, I'm done with the whole, like, social media streaming thing. So it's like, fuck it. What's a sad-ass song? I don't know, bro. I don't know what more people want more from me. It's like...
Yeah.
It's like I'm not allowed to be pissed that we were treated like a fucking joke for 2 years straight, bro. Like, bro, we asked for our own show on their YouTube channel for 2 years. Like, we had some really good content ideas that would make, like, really good shows on their YouTube channel. And then, like, with 4 or 5 months left in our contract, they finally, like, pitched us an idea. And the idea was basically to try to make us the jackass of 100 Thieves, right? So for the first video, they want us to get a fucking shopping cart, go to a skate park, and then ride the shopping cart down the ramp. And you're telling me that these people gave a shit about us as people. Like, you're telling me these people gave a shit about our safety or anything.
I love Nadeshot, bro. Nadeshot's just trying to...
That's why Mako left, bro.
He's like, take that shot, bro. Throw him down the fucking ramp. He's like, throw him off a fucking edge somewhere. They're like, we can't kill them, man. We gotta do... All right, find a skate ramp. Yeah, but we both know Ord and how they are. Yeah, Trent, I know you're... Listen. We discussed a lot of what... Okay, so here's where 100 Thieves fucked up, right? 100% 100 Thieves should have taken care of their living situation, no questions asked. Every fucking esport org for their competitive teams puts them up in a place, puts them in a comfortable situation. No, don't worry about your bills. Just worry about practicing and getting better at the game and competing and getting results. The same shit should be with content creators. You fucking get them, put them out there to just worry about doing good content. I'm not saying that's just the way they should have handled it. They should have done that far, right? But it's not 100 Thieves' fault that these people didn't speak up about how bad their situation was to them, right? Like, there should have been a fix years before. Like, this guy waited for 2 years, collected a paycheck for 2 years, gladly, and he didn't do anything. He didn't say anything. He didn't speak up at all. You can't predict people's problems, man. Right? At the end of the day, and here the truth of the matter is, they just didn't. It just didn't pan out. There just wasn't any ROI for 100 Thieves in the deal. And you know, honestly, 100 Thieves should have canceled it after the first year. But then again, these guys should have fucking not taken the first fucking offer that came their way and just fucking held together for a little bit. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of shit. It's both ways. But for the most part, like, oh, the other thing that was shady about 100 Thieves, and we addressed it, is their 85-15 split towards them for sponsorship deals. That's insane. The fact that Nadeshot publicly stated that was the deal is insane to me. Now, we were told that behind the scenes, it actually went 65-35 towards the mob. So they actually got the bulk of the money there at when the actual deal happened. But the fact that in the contract it was still 85-15, that's crazy. Like that should never be in any contract. Content creators should get the majority, the people that are doing that are there, the face of the content or whatever, they should be getting paid the majority more than the org, in my opinion. Always. I know that's worse than FaZe, which is crazy. Because FaZe was pretty bad at 80, right? And these guys were 85.
Like, that's why. Like, that was like the final, like, straw. Like, it's such a fucking, like, wild thing to suggest in the first place, bro. It's actually insane.
The jackass. They're just trying anything with them, huh? That's what I never understood what the mob was.
I don't know what more to say.
Oh, dude, Rosa, if you were here, bro,
go back and just.
You were actually mentioned. You were actually mentioned in this drama, Rosa, believe it or not. Nadeshot brought you up, name dropped you. Said, I see this guy Rosa, and he's over here streaming with 5 people behind him. He's getting his shit done. He's a little loser. He's getting his shit done. That fucking loser. No, he didn't say all that, but he used it as an example, bro.
Just never dropped out of college and just kept streaming as a hobby.
What is it?
Like my last food in the first place.
Hold on.
Like I genuinely wish I could just like go back and just redo it all. Just never do it in the first place. Like I genuinely wish I just never dropped out of college and just kept streaming as a hobby.
That is something, bro. Oh man. Oh dude. This guy at parties, I'm like, dude, if I stayed in college, I would have been a fucking doctor, dude. I fucked up, man. You know, if genuinely fucking would have been a doctor, dude. Making crazy money and just not caring, you know, fuck it, whatever. Like, I don't care, but I genuinely would have been like way better off if I just never done any. Like, this is the guy the what if guy. That what would have happened if. Let me sit back and complain about what could have been. This is literally, it's bro. Somebody should tell him.
Could have been in like my last couple years of med school by now.
Oh my god! What did I just say, bro? I didn't even see this shit. Are you kidding me? Did he just say that? Oh, bro, I'm too high for this shit, man. Did he just say my last 2 years at med school out of nowhere? Bro, I swear to God, I didn't watch this at all. I just instantly, when he brought up school, I was thinking, oh, did he think he was going to be a doctor or something? Like, you know what I mean? Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Go back and just redo it all. Just never do it in the first place. Like I genuinely wish I just never dropped out of college and just kept streaming as a hobby.
I'm gonna get you these dummies, right?
Med school by now.
My last couple years of med school. Like, does he, dude? Like, listen, if this guy wasn't even willing to do something like streaming and playing games and doing just fuck content creation. The word content creation is such a stupid thing. We're not doing content. We're literally lucky to be able to just sit here and do shit that we would normally do for free. And we're blessed enough to have someone other than us watching us do it. This is not, we're not creating shit. We're literally just lucky to be in a position where there's people watching us watch something. We're a group. It's like you're sitting in a group with a bunch of friends around you and you're experiencing something together. That's what we're doing it on a bigger scale. That's all this is. And he wouldn't even do that. But he's going to go through fucking years and years of med school and residency where residents get paid nothing and work double. And he thinks he can handle that when he couldn't handle this. He's just bitter. You can see the bitterness in his tone, dude. It's bad to be like this, man. You gotta just look past it, positive. Move on. You got some clout from this fucking move.
Yeah, I know that, Lisa. Alright, bro. I'm really not trying to drag this out too long. It's like, I really hate how much this is like blown up and blown out of proportion. I genuinely didn't think like those tweets would cause this much traction, as they did, I guess. But, you know, that's the internet. Like, no matter how much you think you fell off, like, you spark a bit of drama and everyone just jumps on it.
This is sad because this is the most he's ever been watched, so it's like,
glad you're done with that shit.
this should have been like, this is a bad look for him.
I've been done with this internet shit for a long time, man. And honestly, like, I've just been looking for like an official out, I guess. So I'm just gonna like take this as that. Who knows? Maybe in a couple years when I've changed as a person, or I'll give it another shot. Maybe if my way of thinking towards it changes. Who fucking knows? It's all good, Delix. Alex. I really feel bad about, like, mostly for Courage. Like, say what you want about Courage, but, like, he's a good dude. He genuinely is. And, like, I know that, like, this is gonna basically burn any bridge I have towards him. But, like, it is what it is. What else? Is there anything else, bro? Like, I want to turn it off in mode only so you guys can ask questions and shit, but, like, I know it's just gonna get spammed. I won't be able to read anything. Oh, well, okay, Bear. Brother, Conrad, it wasn't actually 60K a year, bro. It wasn't that much, okay? Jesus Christ, bro. Which one of the mods has been spamming the fuck out of the ad button? Works 40 hours a month. Bro, I don't know how many times I can say this shit, man. Like, Nadeshot knows damn well that it wasn't just 40 hours a month, alright? He knows damn well we were streaming on each other's channels at the time. We were streaming on the mob channel. Like that, whatever, bro. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to explain myself to you guys. I literally can't say anything that'll change your opinion, so fuck it. You literally provided no proof? Bro, because for me to provide proof, like, what is there to provide proof of? Like, why would I be lying? Like, I would have to show text messages. Like, this is what I mean, bro. This is why I wanted to wait until later tonight to stream, or, like, tomorrow morning, because I wanted to, like, get everything done. Like, this man Matt had 12 hours of prep time with a whole fucking company.
I wanted to get everything done. It's like, why didn't you just do tomorrow morning then, dude? Why did you have to get on right now and do it? Like, if you had real, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, why? He's mad. He gets mad at us for him streaming. Look at this.
You literally provided no proof? Bro, because for me to provide proof, like, what is there to provide proof of? Like, why would I be lying? Like, I would have to show text messages. Like, this is what I mean, bro. This is why I wanted to wait until later tonight.
This is what I mean, bro. This is why I wanted to wait till later. Like, what do you... Relax. We didn't say shit, bro. We just said, provide some proof. If you wanted to wait, you could have waited. Like, why... He instantly, like, lash out at us. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, look, this just... I suspect something going on because of the way he lashes out every time someone says something negative.
Or, like, tomorrow morning, because I wanted to, like, get everything done. Like, this man Matt had 12 hours of prep time with a whole fucking company and PR team behind him. I just went live because people wanted me to go live and talk about it. Like, I'm one person. It would literally take me weeks to come up with everything that I need to do this right.
So, bro, so... Oh, man, it's just the...
Drama? I really didn't. Like, I did not think all this shit would, like, blow up like this.
I know. It's not... Nade just knows how to talk in a manner to where he knows how to make himself show. That's why Nade, like, if you watch both of these, you're gonna always side with Nade because Nade was genuinely, he was showing emotion, he was showing... people were saying negative things about Nade. Nade wasn't lashing out at chat and getting mad. He was... this is simple stuff, dude. He just needed to just chill and just say what I said earlier about it just wasn't a good deal and they wish that they had the... He should have just said this. He's like, I wish the housing situation wasn't good. I wish that we went to them and said something because it's not fair to them. We never said anything, but the deal wasn't so good. And basically say that, take responsibility somewhat, but also say, like, you know, other orgs provide living situation better or something. And I wish that 100 Thieves reached out more to us to see how we were doing, even though it's not on them and we should have probably went to them first or something to where you acknowledge that you could have done more, but also show that 100 Thieves would have gotten crucified if you kept it at the house thing where you guys had to pay rent and you were required to be within 15 minutes of them, and they were strict. Like, all that stuff would have made you guys look better if you just chilled and left it there. But you started saying like, well, we did this and that, and then, well, we didn't really, I didn't stream, but, you know, why would I stream? No one watched me. Like, so fuck it. Like, that attitude, people see right through it, man. You just reading here, I see how it looks.
Yeah. Oh. I'm trying to think, like, what else is there to say, bro? Like, what else can I say?
You just didn't matter. This is just gonna keep making him more mad because everyone in chat's telling him shit.
Yeah, I think it's time I call it, bro. I've already said most things I wanted to say. Like, if you're on my side on this, great. I appreciate that. If you're not, if you think I'm in the wrong, that's completely fine. I completely respect that too. But yeah, I don't know. It was okay while it lasted, I guess. Thank you guys.